Okay, let's see.
Cattle producers, would you like to improve the growth and health of your beef cattle herd for less than a dime a day per head? The nutritionists at Extra Factors can design a mineral program for your cattle that will help you meet your goals and maintain them. If you're interested in improving your herd, give them a call at 620-672-5616 and ask for Levi Macbeth. At Extra Factors, they provide nutrition solutions for today's livestock.
This is Donnie Gertson with Doug Ray Chevrolet in Pratt. Yes, we are your #1 rated new and #1 pre-owned dealer in all of South Central Kansas. But we're more than that. We are a full-service dealership offering a full certified automotive service department that includes diesel repair plus our award-winning body shop. So no matter what your automotive needs, Doug Ray Chevrolet is here for you and your family. Doug Ray Chevrolet, service department, body shop, and more. Still doing business your way in Pratt, Kansas.
Welcome to the Doug Ray Chevrolet pregame show here at Pinkel Field. It's a doubleheader of softball today. Appreciate you tuning in here on 1290 K Triple M. A lot of different places to consume today's broadcast. We've got a live stream going on Eastus Media Facebook as well as Eastus Media YouTube. Trying out some new things today on the live streaming side of things. So if you're tuning in to watch the broadcast, well, stay tuned. For the Greenbacks, they face off against the Hillsboro Trojans today. The Greenbacks come into this ball game with a 12-8 record on the season and facing off against a Trojan team that brings an 8-14 record into today's contest. Greenbacks on a bit of a winning streak, have won 8 of their last 9 contests. Their last doubleheader against Kingman, back-to-back wins, 16-4 and 3-1. One of those games a little bit closer than the other, but the Greenbacks taking care of business, and Coach Forshee and his girls ready to play some ball on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Once again, I'm Cody Eastus alongside student broadcaster Tyler Dorman, joining me in the booth again as he has all season for these softball games. Tyler, appreciate you alongside me today again.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. It's always fun to get out here and do these softball games. It's just this Pratt team does a really good job playing hard, and every game they seem to play in is always fun to watch, fun to commentate, and lately they've been, like you said, they're on a winning streak. This offense has been hitting really well. The pitchers are really on their game, hoping that continues here today.
On the mound for the Greenbacks, one of the usuals, it'll be Dolly Winklepleck throwing game 1 today, rounding out the rest of the infield on the defense. Stapleton behind home plate, Sowers at first base, Renee Ham down at second, Kopus at short, Teasley at third, and in the outfield, Taylor Creddick in left, Hope Hughes in center, and Sydney Riley out in right field. That's your lineup for this Pratt High Greenback team as we're about to get set here at Pinkel Field. Take a look at the weather today. Boy, it's been sunny all day. Early part of the week saw a little bit of rain, but the sun decided to come out this back half of the week, and today we've got 78 degrees with about a 13-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the northeast, so that left field fence, going to be the short corner of this ballpark today, has some assistance for these batters blowing that way. So see how these batters attack it. Due up first for the Trojans, Cassidy Bernhardt behind the plate on defense for the Trojans today, and she'll be first up.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, Cody, with this wind, it'll be a little bit gusty. It'll be interesting to see how these outfielders handle anything hit out there today.
Stapleton, Winklepleck behind 2-0 here early in the count. .2-0 pitch on the way. That one catches the outside corner for the first strike of the at-bat. Nice pitch from Winklepleck. Hard hit ball to Kopus at short, makes the throw over to Sowers for the first out of the inning. Good job by Winklepleck to go get that first batter.
And we talk about how important it is for your pitchers to be able to trust your infield to make the plays that they have to make, and you can't really overstate just how good this infield for Pratt is defensively. Winklepleck has to have the confidence that she knows that her infield can make the plays if she gets them the ball they need.
Yeah, we've seen it all season long with this infield for the Greenbacks. Due up for the Trojans now, batting in the 2-hole position. Chloe Funk out in center field on the defensive side of things. One out here in the top of the first, early goings, and a 1-1 count here for Winklepleck. That pitch in there for a strike, get ahead in the count, 1-2. 1-2 pitch, got her swinging, first strikeout of the game.
Yeah, really good job by Winklepleck. We've seen her over the year kind of improve on getting ahead in the count. Early on in the season, sometimes she struggled getting behind in the count. She's really done a better job as the season's progressed, getting ahead of the count, making these batters, chase after pitches they shouldn't.
Now the Trojans get into the heart of their lineup as Abby Beavers comes to the plate. Batting .373 on the season is Beavers. Winklepleck tries outside for ball one. 1-0 pitch misses low. Count 2-1. And another miss from Winklepleck. Beavers ahead in the count here, 3-0. Definitely a hitter's count. See if she's got the green light or if she's going to take one. Try to draw the first base runner by way of walk. 3-0 pitch in there for called first strike.
And that's a good bounce back pitch there for Winkleplex. Sometimes when you're struggling to find the zone, you just got to lay one in there. That's what she did.
3-1 pitch. Tried low and inside, just misses. So first base runner of the ball game comes as Abby Beaver draws the walk on 5 pitches. With 2 outs here, Winkleplex, see if she can focus back at the plate. Get out of this inning with no harm done. Due up will be Riley Varan. Number 10 for the Trojans, playing second base in the field today. She's up with a runner on first. Stapleton with the check down. Pitch missed for ball 1. The inside pitch again, a miss. Count 2-0. Beavers down on first base. No intent to steal yet, staying put. Two 2-0 pitch in there for a strike.
Again, Winklepleck not making it easy on these Hillsborough batters here, though.
It was good to see her throw a strike there, down 2-0. The 2-1 pitch, outside corner, throw down from Stapleton, tag not in time. Beavers able to get back. That time Stapleton thought she had a chance. We've seen her do that this season, that pick back from behind the plate. That time, just not there. The throw was right on the mark. Beavers just able to get back quickly. 2-2 count here for Winklepleck. Pitch on the way, swung on and gets her swinging for the third strikeout of the inning. Third out of the inning. Greenbacks hold them to no runs. Trojans leave one left on base. When we come back, bottom of the first, Greenbacks due up here on 1290.
This is Chris with Car Auction Real Estate. We've been proudly moving assets since 1965, with locations in Pratt and Larned servicing the surrounding counties.
Jamie here with Car Auction and Real Estate. While our marketing strategies clearly stand out, we stand strong on our principles of integrity, transparency, and reputation in our industry.
Whether it be buying, selling, auction, or appraisal needs, look us up online at carauction.com.
Good luck and go Greenbacks.
It's time to schedule your Medicare annual wellness visit. Your health is our priority. At Pratt Regional Medical Center Internal Medicine, we encourage our Medicare patients to take advantage of this opportunity. You're eligible for this free annual wellness visit if you've had Medicare coverage for more than 12 months. Together, we'll develop a personalized plan to help keep you feeling your best all year long. Call PRMC Internal Medicine and ask to schedule your Medicare annual wellness visit and stay on a path to better health.
Welcome back to Thunder Country here at Pinkel Field. It's Greenbacks softball on this Friday afternoon. The Greenbacks hold the Trojans scoreless in the top half of the first and now get a chance to come to the plate, create some offense of their own. Due up to lead things off for the Greenbacks. Taylor Creddick tries to slap one down the left field side, gets down the third base line, and Thiessen not able to make the throw in time, and Creddick down to first safely. Leadoff runner on base for the Greenbacks.
She does exactly what you ask for from your leadoff hitter. It doesn't have to look pretty, but if you get on base, then you're doing exactly what you're out there to do.
So Creddick, a leadoff runner on, now tries to steal second. Throw down, gets away into the outfield. Funk has to come in from center to field it, and Creddick into third base safely. Bernhardt tried to get her at second with the throw from behind the plate, but Creddick putting the pressure on with the speed, and she goes from first to third just like that after a nice little slap hit down the third base line to get her on first. Very quickly, one pitch later, ends up on third base. A bunt down towards the pitcher, a perfect bunt. by Winklepleck, and that'll score one. Went just to the left of Plenert on the mound, and everybody ends up safe. So Winklepleck safe at first, and the RBI brings the first run of the game in, puts the Greenbacks on top 1-0.
And Plenert did a really good job reading that. I think she overcommitted a little bit, and Winklepleck did a good job just pushing it past her.
And Winklepleck going to take second, slides head first in there safely. Greenbacks aggressive on the base path. The 2 runners they put on to this point. Due up, Addison Sowers had a great season at the plate for the Greenbacks. She's got a runner down at second base. Pitch just misses for a ball count, 1-1 on Sowers. Cheyenne Plenert in the circle today for the Trojans. Already given up 1 run here early, and the Greenbacks still no outs, runner down on second base. Hard hit ball to Beavers at short, gonna take the out at first, and gets Sowers on the easy put out. Winklepleck stays put on second base, does not advance.
Yeah, good play by Beavers there. Again, it's really important that this Pratt team gets out early. We saw early on in the year they had a lot of games where they had to come back from behind. But lately, like you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they've been on a little bit of a winning streak. And in that winning streak, they've really jumped on teams early.
And now the power hitter for this Greenback team, Micah Stapleton, to the plate. And with this wind blowing out of the east, you can bet she's got home run on her mind. A hard hit ball to center field. Funk doesn't have to make nearly a move, just sets up right underneath it. Chloe Funk with the second out of the inning. A hard hit ball by Stapleton, but it went right to the center fielder in Chloe Funk. So the Greenbacks now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Winklepleck still down on second base, looking to be driven home. Gonna take third on the pass ball. Now a much easier RBI opportunity for Teasley at the plate, with Winklepleck being able to advance to third on the high pitch from Plenert. .2-0 count here on Teasley. And Winklepleck down on third base. Pitch swung on by Teasley, has a chance, and a great play from Bernhardt behind home plate. Dives into the net and gets there just in time before the ball has a chance to make contact with the net. So the Greenbacks leave one stranded on third, but put up 1 run to take a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with more Greenbacks softball here on Thunder Country.
When you insure your ag operation with Farm Bureau Financial Services, you'll team up with me, your local Farm Bureau agent, Jamie Roach, to create a customized plan that is right for your business. We believe strong working relationships should be rewarded. That's why you'll be eligible for the Ag Advantage and the Ag Plus Rewards discounts that can continue to grow over time. Contact me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent today. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Whether you're buying a home, selling a home, relocating, or wanting an auction, Kevin and John at Ham's Auction and Real Estate can help you today. Your total satisfaction is their #1 priority. Call 620-770-2381 or visit them at 107 Northeast State, Road 61 in Pratt.
Welcome back to Greenback softball here at Pinkel Field. After 1 complete inning of play, Greenbacks on top 1-0. Left 1 stranded in that last inning, but the lead off hit from Creddick, able to then move around on a couple stolen bases and gets driven in by a great bunt from Winklepleck to take the early 1-0 lead. Due up here in the top half of the second be Trista Miller, batting in the 5-hole position for this Trojan team. And swings on that one down the right field line. Sowers chasing it to the net. And just foul. Sowers not able to make a play on that. Great effort from Sowers, went as far as she could before she ran into the fence.
Yeah, and this is a big inning here for Hillsboro. coming off of a really good defensive inning, getting out of there, only allowing one. Sometimes defense can really just be the, trying to find the word here, just the catapult for your offense. Good defense leads to good offense. Be nice to see if Hillsboro can maybe get something going here.
Still at the plate with a 1-1 count. Miller, after fouling that ball away, have another chance here. Winkelpleck delivery, tries the outside corner, just misses. Falls behind 2-1. Wait a sec there for a ball to come back in play. That was the one she put out previously down the first base line. Now everybody else set. A swinging strike 2 from Winkelpleck evens the count up at 2-2.
Yeah, Winkelpleck doing a good job showing off her arsenal here, throwing some fastballs, throwing some off speed. Really, these Hillsboro hitters have not caught up to her yet.
And the 2-2 pitch outside corner gets her looking for a called third strike. Winkelpleck's third strikeout of the ball game. Boy, Miller thought that one was just a bit outside, but with 2 strikes, man, that is a tough pitch to take when a hitter has to protect. So with 1 out, now it'll be Plennert at the plate for the Trojans. Pitcher versus pitcher duel here. Winkelpleck, Plennert in the circle for the Trojans today. First pitch misses for ball 1. That pitch in there for a called first strike.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Winkelpleck. Again, as the season's gone on, her strike numbers have also gotten better.
1-1 pitch. Outside, just misses, maybe a bit high. Left to right, it looked like the same spot that got Miller looking for the called third strike, but that pitch called ball 2. A 2-1 count here for Winkelpleck. Misses high for the third ball. Now Plennert with a batter's count here, ahead 3-1.
Yeah, early here in these games, really trying to get a feel for your home plate umpire and what their zone is.
3-1 pitch. That one catches the outside corner. Fills the count up at 3-2. Big pitch here for Winkelpleck. 3-2 pitch. Low in the dirt, but Plennert goes down and gets it. Kopus makes the nice play on the hard hit grounder at short. Boy, Plennert went down and got that one. It would have been ball 4, but a little help there. Puts the ball in play, and then Kopus with a great play at short. So now 2 outs for the Greenback defense as Thiessen comes to the plate. 2-1, excuse me, the 2-out pitch. Opening pitch misses for ball 1.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure how Plennert made contact with that.
I think it may have hit the turf before it got her bat. Took it off the bounce as low as it was. 2-0 count here on Thiessen. 2-0 pitch, swinging, strike 1. Hard hit ball to Teasley, dives to her right, and the ball goes just foul. Teasley did everything she could to get a glove on it.
And great effort there by Teasley at third, because had that ball stayed fair, she would have gotten to that one.
I think it would have been a base hit. Would have been a tough play for Teasley to recover from that and make the throw. 2-2 pitch, off speed, got her swinging. She'll try to advance on the drop third strike, but Stapleton there to clean it up. So the Greenbacks go 1-2-3 as they head to the bottom of the second here on Thunder Country.
Welcome to Humble Pie, where every day starts with the freshest ingredients. Our secret here is a perfectly blended pizza sauce. That's the heart of every pizza. From farm to table, our pizzas are topped with the freshest veggies. Along with our commitment to quality means fresh dough made daily for that perfect crust. And you won't want to miss out on the daily specials at Humble Pie. Order your next pizza online at humblepiepratt.com. Serving you in both Pratt and Larned. Humble Pie, the taste speaks for itself.
Smiley Concrete is locally owned and operated in Pratt, Kansas, and provides hard workers that have the experience and work ethic to complete your construction project, not only on time, but on budget too. Smiley Concrete provides their clientele the gold standard and backs it up with 17 years of happy customers, both commercial and residential, in Pratt and surrounding counties. Smiley Concrete, the name says it all. You won't be disappointed when you hire Smiley Concrete.
Welcome back here to Thunder Country. 1-0 your score. Greenbacks on top, and it'll be Savannah Copas coming to the plate for Coach Forsey and his Greenback squad to start it off here in the bottom of the second. Greenbacks went 1-2-3 in the last top half of that second inning. Winklepleck continues with a good outing. It's Cheyenne Plinner in the circle for the Trojans. Never did round out the rest of that defense. Bernhardt behind home plate, Voren at first, Riley Voren at second, Abby Beavers at shortstop, Brooklyn Thiessen at third, and Schultz, Funk, and Finsky out in the outfield. 2-2 count for Copas.
The home plate umpire here today really giving them that outside corner if they want it.
2-2 pitch, high for ball three. Good job by Copas not to bite on that high pitch. She made a step forward like she wanted to swing on it, but able to hold back. Fill the count up at 3-2. 3-2 pitch on the way, foul back. Copas will stay alive.
Yep, good job there by Copas. You got to protect in this situation with the full count. Can't let anything close get by you.
3-2 pitch on the way. A hard hit ball going to get to the outfield. One hops to Funk in center field. And Copas will round first base, but stay put there. The leadoff single puts Copas down at first. We saw good things happen last inning as Creddick was able to lead off and then eventually come around to score. It'll be Hope Hughes coming to the plate now to try to move Copas around. Copas going to take second base. Slides in, nearly comes off the bag, and they're going to say she did. Copas with the hard slide, and the tag kept on by Beavers. She was there in time, but it was that slide through that got her.
Yeah, and good awareness there by the catcher to get that one down, Bernhardt. Good hustle, though, at first by Copas. Just the momentum took her off the bag.
Now a 1-1 count to Hughes at the plate with the base paths empty after Copas. A great opening base hit. Gets thrown out down at second. Nice throw from Bernhardt. 1-1 pitch on the way. High and away for ball two.
And we always talk about how big it is for an offense to get that leadoff hitter on in an inning, but even better job there by Hillsborough getting her back off.
Ball to short. Beavers, another routine play for the second out of the inning.
Been really impressed today with this infield for Hillsborough. They've been making the plays they have to. Very similar to Pratt. Just not a lot of errors or miscues out there.
So 2 outs now. Hard hit ball from Boland into left field and gets over the glove of Schultz. Boland will round first, head for second. And a stand-up double. That wind playing with that ball out in left field. Boland got a bat on it. And Mackenzie Schultz thought she set up underneath it, and that wind just continued to carry it. We talked about that in the pregame of what this wind might do today. And that time Boland sends one out to left field. And now 2 outs, runners on second base for the Greenbacks. Due up, Ham, and she sends one high into left field. This time Schultz able to make the play. Sets up underneath it, and the third out of the inning comes out in left. No damage done. Still a 1-0 ball game here at Pinkel Field. Don't go anywhere. More Greenback softball when we come back.
Are you a sports fan looking for a great place to grab a bite to eat? Look no further than Legends Cafe, located in Pratt, Kansas, on Highway 54. Legends is open 6 days a week and serves up mouth-watering burgers, fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, and much more. And don't forget about their daily specials. Legends is proud to support Greenback sports and all the local teams. So whether you're celebrating a big win or just need to refuel after the game, Legends has you covered. Come on down to Legends, and we'll take care of the rest.
Are you interested in building a new home or remodeling your current one? If so, give J.A. Knight & Sons a call today. This is Chase Golly with J.A. Knight & Sons, and we are the area's premier general contractor and have been serving the Pratt and surrounding area for over 50 years with superior quality and attention to detail. We specialize in high-end residential and commercial construction and have now expanded our services to include pre-engineered metal buildings. J.A. Knight & Sons is a proud supporter of Greenback Athletics and would like to help turn your next dream into reality.
Welcome back to Pinkle Field for Greenback Softball here on Thunder Country. Top of the third we enter, and the Trojans, Skylar Verandu up at the plate. Winkelplex still in the circle for the Greenbacks. A 1-0 ball game. Greenbacks on top. Winkelplex evens the count up at 2-2 after a swinging strike from Skylar Voren. Warren playing third base today for the Trojans. The 2-2 pitch swung on, fouled right back in the turf for a foul ball.
Stay with it. You got it, girl.
Yeah, good job here by Winkelplex, going down 2-0 in the count, responds with 2 strikes. See if she can add to her strikeout total here.
2-2 pitch, misses low, fill the count up. Count goes 3-2. Winkelplex trying to avoid the leadoff walk here towards the bottom half of the lineup for this Trojan team. Big pitch here, 3-2 pitch on the way, misses well outside, and Voren will draw the leadoff walk. As Mackenzie Schultz steps into the batter's box with the runner down at first. Only the second time today the Trojans have had a runner on base. This time with no outs, though. A little better opportunity. See what they do with it. Warren staying put down there on first. Another check back from Stapleton. No throw down. Pitch missed for a ball.
Yeah, the Trojans seem to be very similar to the Greenbacks in that they don't chase a lot of pitches outside of the zone, making the pitchers have to work.
1-0 pitch, a chopper to Ham at second. Ham going to take the easy out at first and get the one. So Schultz out at first. Voren advances down to second base. It was just hit slow enough. Really not a chance to try to double anything up. By the time Ham got to the ball, Voren already well down to second base.
And if you're Hillsborough, that works out just about the same as a sacrifice bunt would there, getting the runner down to second.
Advance the runner over, sacrifice your batter. And so now back to the top of the lineup, I believe, is Cassidy Bernhardt. And that pitch in there for called for strike. Count 1-1, 1 out here in the top of the third inning here at Pinkle Field. Bernhardt with a ground out, her first at bat to lead this ball game off in the top of the first inning, and she's ahead in the count here, 2-1. Voren down at second base, hasn't made a move yet. Tough to run against the arm of Stapleton behind the plate for this Greenback team. The 2-1 pitch swung on, hard hit, line drive, going to get into the outfield. Voren going to head to third, and the throw gets by Teasley. Stapleton chasing it down. Voren will stay put, but that will advance Bernhardt to second base on the throwing error. And now the Trojans with their best opportunity of the day. Runners at second and third base. Only 1 out here in the top half of their lineup as Chloe Funk comes to the plate.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity here for Hillsborough. 2 runners in scorer's position with only 1 out. Chance to take a lead here early in this game.
Low pitch. Stapleton does a good job keeping it in front of her. Now is the time when you're a catcher or Stapleton behind the plate. Boy, you've got to keep everything in front of you with a runner on third. Now, Pinkle Field much more forgiving than Smoky Ford Field, not near the depth behind home plate as what you see on the baseball field across the way. 1-1 count after Winkelplex gets that one in there for a strike. 1-1 pitch, low in the turf. Stapleton again keeps it in front of her. Funk with a strikeout, her first time up at the plate in the first inning. And a swinging strike two. Nice inside pitch from Winkelpleck. Got her swinging. Still no movement down there at third base. A good lead from Voren. Trailing runner behind her. She'll likely be moving on a ball that looks like it can get down. Outside pitch just misses. Winkelpleck wanted it. Stapleton even held it there for an extra second or two just to make sure. And the home plate blue says just a bit outside. So a full count. Big pitch here from Winkelpleck. Trying to avoid the walk, and she does not. So Funk will take the open first base, and that will load the bases for Abby Beavers, one of the better hitters for this Trojan team. And Coach Forsey going to come out and have a word with his pitcher after walking the bases loaded there.
Yeah, and that's a really tough sequence there for Winkelpleck. You think you got the spot that you were looking for, didn't get the call, and you walk the runner to load the bases. Be interesting to see how she bounces back here, still with only one out.
So a quick mound visit from Coach Forsey to settle his pitcher down. She'll have to recover now. Only one out here in the top of the third, and the Trojans looking to strike here with bases loaded and their three-hole hitter in Abby Beavers coming to the plate. First pitch just low and inside for ball one. Again, Winkelpleck struggling to find the zone. Beavers drew a walk her first at bat after a patient at bat. A 1-0 count here. Outside half of the plate for a called strike one.
Yeah, that pitch very similar to the one that was called a ball earlier in the inning. Again, these pitchers.
We've seen that both. We've seen it both ways today on that outside half of the plate. Big 2-0 pitch, just misses. Excuse me, it was a 2-1 pitch. A 1-1 pitch. Count now, 2-1. Two-one pitch low. Stapleton blocks it, keeps it in front of her, chases it down the third base line. Now the count goes 3-1 in favor of Beavers.
Again, it's the game within a game. As a pitcher, you're trying to find the zone, but your zone is what the umpire lets it be.
Going back-to-back walks for Winkelpleck. That one is going to cost the Greenbacks a run as Voren able to walk in from third base. And the bases remain loaded for the number 4 hitter, Riley Voren. Swings on a high fastball for strike one. Struck out her first at bat. Winkelpleck looking for the second out of this inning. Double play ball. If you're the Greenbacks, that's what you're crossing your fingers for here. The 0-1 pitch outside, gets behind Stapleton. Run's going to come home and score. Play at the plate and in there safely as Bernhardt comes home to score on the passed ball. So the Trojans take the lead 2-1, and a hard hit ball into center field, to second base, got down, and Renee Ham with the second out of the inning. Runners at second and third here for the Trojans.
Yeah, in your initial call there, I thought it was going out in the right field too.
It was hard hit, and I glanced down and looked up, and before you know it, Renee Ham had it in her glove. The Greenbacks with an easy out there for the second out of the inning. Looking to pick up the third here. Only giving up 2 runs so far in this inning, but runners on second and third. The Trojans still threatening. And a swinging strike for Trista Miller.
Be nice to see Daly get ahead in the count here. Last couple at bats, she struggled going down in the count, given the leverage to these hitters.
Big 1-1 pitch, low and outside for ball 2. Count 2-1 on Miller. She's looking for her first hit of the ball game. Two-one pitch again low, no movement down at third. Funk will stay put. That one got away from Stapleton on the bad hop, but No harm as the runner stays at third base. 3-1 the count, though. Winklepleck trying to avoid her third walk of the inning. 3-1 pitch. Misses outside once again. Another walk. First base open this time, but the bases load up again as Cheyenne Plinert comes to the plate. Boy, and if you're the pitcher, as Plinert is, no better time to help yourself out than with bases loaded here in the top of the third. Takes first pitch for ball one.
And you're seeing Hillsborough really conservative at third to not send these runners. Again, you never want to end an inning, especially with bases loaded on the base pass.
And in the batter's box, being patient at the plate after seeing Winklepleck struggle a little bit here in this inning. Not being aggressive, making Winklepleck show that she can throw strikes. She does on that pitch, and it evens the count up at 1-1. 1-1 pitch, that one misses low again. Stapleton has to fight it off to keep it in front of her. Two-one pitch inside, got her swinging for strike two. Winklepleck now one pitch away from getting out of this jam. Plinert looking at a 2-2 count here with 2 outs in the top of the third. A 2-2 pitch swung on a chopper to Kopus. Takes the tag as the runner Beavers comes across her, and Kopus able to get the Greenbacks out of the inning, but the Trojans put up 2 and take the lead 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the third when we come back.
Need proof that Pratt has something for you? Well, there's lots of reasons. It's heaven for hunting and fishing and over 200 acres for outdoor lovers, activities for all ages, a fitness center, new wings to an already impressive regional medical center, even an art museum. Pratt has diverse downtown shopping and dining and over 400 hotel rooms to make your stay that much more comfortable. Pratt, oh, you're gonna love it. Progressive, proud, and visionary. Proof that Pratt has something for you.
CR Services Lawn and Landscaping. Provide landscape design, tree trimming, fertilizer program, lawn care, sprinkler system installation, and repair services for not only residential, but commercial properties as well. Give Chris a call at 770-0731.
Welcome back to Pinkel Field. Greenbacks trail for the first time today after the Trojans put up 2 in the top of the third and now lead this ball game 2-1. Left 3 runners stranded, though, as Greenbacks able to get out of that inning on a grounder to Kopus at short and the tag out for the third out, and now come back to the top of their lineup as Taylor Credit comes to the plate to lead it off here in the bottom of the third. Credit, the lone Greenback to score today, got on her first at bat and then stole a couple bases and then was driven in by the bunt from Winklepleck.
And the Hillsborough defense on the right side really ready if she does decide to drop down a bunt.
2-0 pitch swung on by Credit for the first strike. Outside miss for ball 3.
Again, Credit doing what she's supposed to as a leadoff hitter, not chasing anything.
Yep, see as many pitches as you can. 3-1, fouled back into the net for strike 2. Full count pitch on the way for Credit. Inside, jammed her up, but fights it off into center field. Gonna drop before Funk has a chance to get to it. And once again, Taylor Credit, a leadoff single for the Greenbacks.
And it seems like we just see her get on base just all kinds of ways. I mean, she's got the speed to make extra base hits. She's got the little contact to just drop it into the outfield to get singles. She can drop down a bunt.
Now see what the Greenbacks do with a runner on second. Credit gonna head down, and the catch on the bunt attempt, throw back to first, and Credit caught in a jam there. No fault of her own as Winklepleck once again tried to square and move her around with the bunt, but the bunt just got in the air enough that a play was made on it, and Credit had already committed to stealing second base. So just like that, 2 outs now after the Trojans able to double up the Greenbacks. Sowers comes to the plate in a much different position than what she thought she was going to be after Credit got on with that leadoff walk. Second pitch high for ball 2.
And we see Pratt do that a lot. They try to do the bunt, hit and run. And when it works, you get that runner over to third. Fortunately, pop that one up. Credit had no idea.
Sowers takes that pitch for ball 3. Yeah, Credit just took off stealing second, never looked back, and as short as that ball was in the air, she never had a chance to make her way back to first base. 4 straight pitches. Sowers going to draw the walk with 2 outs to bring Stapleton to the plate for the Greenbacks.
It's a good chance here for Pratt, especially with Stapleton up, to see if they can answer a bit of the run production that Hillsborough put up in the top of the inning. Be nice to see her put something in play here, see if Sowers can run around the bases here.
She'll be running with 2 outs on contact. Stapleton swinging on that first pitch. Fouls it back into the net. Be an 0-1 count on Stapleton. Inside takes it on the helmet. Able to turn in time to avoid any damage, but plunks her right in the ear hole. So Stapleton will take first base after the hit by pitch. Sowers down to second. A courtesy runner will come in for Stapleton.
It's a really good spot for Pratt, though, with 2 runners on. You'd like to do it with less outs in the inning.
I know, you'd like to have that bunt back that doubled them up, but Teasley to the plate, swings on an inside pitch. Beavers sets up underneath it and records the 3rd out of the inning on the pop fly to shortstop. So the Greenbacks not able to take advantage of some early hitting in that inning. It's still a 2-1 ball game as we head to the top of the 4th.
At Schooler, they place a priority in making sure in ensuring an efficient harvest for their customers. They understand the importance of getting your product delivered on time so you can get back into the fields. With their Field Direct program, they will come to your field, pick up your grain, and deliver it safely to their facility. They handle the truck maintenance, the scheduling, the weather issues, and the availability. Go visit them online at schoolerkansas.com/Pratt or call them at 620-933-2440. Count on Schooler people.
Uh-oh, that's a sound no one wants to hear. Pratt Glass has been helping homes and business owners with everything glass for over 80 years. Whether your business suffered a break-in over the weekend or you're needing to replace old leaky windows, and they also offer automotive glass repairs, automotive details, screens, dragging door adjustments, residential window replacement, storefronts, and 24-hour commercial residency service. Pratt Glass, 210 South Jackson in Pratt, 620-672-6463, or see prattglass.com.
Welcome back to Greenbacks softball here at Pinkel Field. Greenbacks trail at 2-1 against the Trojans of Hillsborough. Due up here in the top half of the 4th inning, Brooklyn Thiessen comes to the plate. Thiessen looking for her first hit of the day, struck out back in the 2nd inning. Goes after a high pitch, fouls it back out of play. She'll fall behind 0-2 in the count.
Be nice to see Winklepleck bounce back here this inning. We saw her earlier on in the game when she's really on her game and ahead of the count. She's really hard for these hitters to catch up to.
And fighting that one off, Thiessen sends that one back into the net. Low pitch, Winklepleck got her to chase it. Thiessen did a good job of just getting a bat on the ball. Yeah, that last inning, Winklepleck struggled a little bit, had a couple walks, gave up a couple base hits. Now a chance to start fresh and settle down here. Another swinging foul ball from Thiessen stays alive. Count remains 0-2.
Again, said it earlier in the game, this Hillsborough team, very similar to Pratt. They don't go down easy in these counts.
The 0-2 pitch, low, and catches Thiessen on the left calf as it hits the turf and then bounces into her. So after being ahead 0-2 in the count, Winkleplex sends Thiessen down to first base. And Coach Forsey will come out, and that will be the last we see of Winkleplex. Just not on her stuff today like we've seen all season. So Kopus will come in after Winkleplex goes 3 innings for the Greenbacks, giving up 2 runs. See how this Greenback defense shifts around. Usually Creddick will come in to shortstop. So Creddick comes from left field into shortstop, and Winkleplex heads to left field. So just an easy swap as Savannah Kopus will come in with a runner on first base here in the top of the 4th inning, trailing 2-1.
And that's just a good veteran move there by Coach Forsey. Sometimes when your pitcher's struggling, you don't want to just leave her out there. You know, you don't want things to get worse than they are.
Yeah, saw Winkleplex struggling today. That happens, but you can't let this inning run away from you like the last inning did a little bit. Only a 1-run ball game. Bring in a fresh arm in Kopus and see what she can do. Kopus' first batter that she'll face will be Skylar Voren. Voren drew a walk last inning and then would eventually come around to score. A hard hit ball to Teasley at third. Throws to second. Ham with the first out. Throw to first. And they signal out at first base. I think they're going to correct that. As the out at second, clearly an out. And then the catch bobbled by Sowers at first. You saw the field umpire signal out, but right away he held up a hand and said, I think I called that one too quick, guys, and they do correct that. Voren safe at second base, but the lead runner out, safe at first base. The lead runner, Thiessen, out at first. Now the pass ball, Voren going to try for second. Stapleton, the throw down, not in time. So Voren advances on the pass ball.
And good on the fielding umpire out there, realizing his call was incorrect and just overturning it quickly.
Yeah, right away he asked for help and just to make sure. And it came out and corrected pretty quickly. Inside pitch, squares to bunt is Schultz. Ball foul. She'll head back to the batter's box with a runner down on second. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. 2-1 ball game. Trojans on top. The 2-1 pitch tries the outside corner. Not going to give it to her. Count goes 2-1. Another bunt attempt. This time doesn't make contact. 2-2 the count.
Big pitch coming up here for Kopus to get this second out in the inning.
Voren still down at second base. The 2-2 pitch right back to Kopus. Squares, throws to Sowers at first for the easy out. Voren will advance to third. But the Greenbacks pick up their second out on the grounder back to Kopus.
Good job by Kopus there. Just reading that ball that came right back to her, getting it over to first in time. Runner advances to third, but with 2 outs.
Voren down at third base, and the Trojans back to the top of their lineup. As Cassidy Bernhardt comes to the plate. Voren down at third. First pitch in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch misses high for ball 1. Evens it up at 1-1.
Yeah, Bernhardt lined out first at bat of the game, but came back with a double in the third. Big part of that 2-run inning they had.
And a swinging strike 2. Kopus ahead in the count here. 1-2 with 2 outs. Trying to get out of it. Leave that runner stranded down at third. A 1-2 pitch. Foul back. Bernhardt stays alive. Fights off the inside pitch. Count remains 1-2.
Again, Hillsborough battling, not going down easy. This would be a big strikeout here for Kopus if she gets it.
1-2 pitch. Bernhardt continues to fight off anything close. That one back into the net. Kopus going back to the same spot, though, that low inside pitch.
Be nice to see her maybe set her up outside here.
Inside jammed her. Kopus going to take the easy out at first, and just like that, the Greenbacks get out of the jam. Kopus, a nice job after coming in with one runner on. Gets the Greenbacks out of a jam. 2-1, Trojans lead it as we head to the bottom of the fourth here on Thunder Country.
At Timish Electric, we light up your world with reliable and efficient electrical services. Our team of skilled and certified electricians is dedicated to providing top-notch service for all your electrical needs. From residential, commercial, or industrial needs, we ensure your electrical systems are safe, reliable, and up to code. Contact us today at 620-672-9334 to schedule a consultation. Timish Electric, proudly serving Pratt and the surrounding areas electrical needs for over 25 years.
Clear, comfortable vision is one of life's greatest blessings. At Maydew Tebow Optometry, Doctors Troy Maydew, Seth Tebow, and Andrew Peaster are committed to helping you maintain healthy eyes and clear vision. Prevention and early intervention are the keys to your eyes, providing that clear and comfortable vision your entire life. Regular comprehensive eye examinations are essential in identifying conditions that can damage your sight. Call us at Maydew Tebow Optometry for an appointment today or visit us at maydewtebow.com.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth inning for the Greenbacks. They trail at 2-1. After the Trojans took the lead back in the third inning, it'll be Savannah Kopus after coming in to pitch that last inning now. Due up here for the Greenbacks. First pitch in there for a called strike.
And now Kopus the one to make her own run support here.
Trying to help herself out. 2-1 pitch, fouled back off of the net. Bernhardt able to snag it, but nice pat on the back by the home plate blue saying, it was a nice catch, but we can't allow those to count once they come off the net. Make it a lot more interesting if they did. The 0-2 pitch, off speed, and Kopus sends it flying deep into center field off of the net. Funk has to pull it off the net, and Kopus slides into second base with a lead-off double.
And you can't, sometimes when you're early in these, when you come in as a relief pitcher and you're also batting, sometimes you can get caught up in the pitching side of things. She didn't. She was focused on that one, drove one into deep center, couple inches away from getting out of the park, but they'll take the leadoff double.
I thought it had a chance. It was the hardest ball we've seen hit today. So with a runner on second now, Hughes squares to a bunt, a perfect bunt. Play it first, and Hughes able to leg it out safely. Runners on the corners after Hughes moves Kopus to third. Anytime you can get the batter to be safe on the bunt, that's just an added bonus. So a great opportunity here for the Greenbacks as Maddie Boland comes to the plate. Runners on the corners. Kopus down at third. Hughes will take second base. No throw down. Trojans being careful with Kopus down there at third base, rightfully so.
Yeah, again, you got to be careful with that throw down to second when you got a runner at third. Anything that they struggle to get down there at second, almost an automatic run.
The runners now at second and third base. Hard hit ball into left field. Schultz gets by her after the hop. One run will score. Hughes will come around to score. And Boland into second base safely with an RBI double to make the score 3-2 and put the Greenbacks back on top.
Yeah, and this is what this Pratt team does really well, especially when they get towards the end of these games. They just seem to get on a roll. Just batter after batter. You make good contact, you get on base. It's really impressive when this team gets on a roll.
And so after the Greenbacks take the lead 3-2, it'll be Ham at the plate. She squares to bunt. Another small ball play by the Greenbacks, and Ham safely into first. Plenert not able to handle it, coming out of the circle to field it. And just like we saw earlier with Hughes, Ham bunts safely and moves Bolin over to third base.
And again, Pratt, just small ball softball right now. You just put the ball in play, make the Trojans have to make a play, and they just have not been able to.
And the top of the lineup now back up is Taylor Creddick in the box with runners on first and second. First pitch, Ham takes second base, no throwdown. A great opportunity for Taylor Creddick. The 1-0 pitch. Creddick looking to force something down that left side with a slap hit. Takes it for ball 2. Runner down at third as Bolin awaits something to score. 2-0 pitch. Fouled out of play for the first strike of the at-bat.
And with a hitter the caliber of Creddick here, there's a big chance for Pratt to give himself some cushion.
Two-one pitch. Just misses for ball 3. Must have been just a bit left or right. It looked good. Maybe just a bit low. Creddick with the good eye. Ahead in the count here, 3-1. 3-1 pitch high, and Creddick draws the walk. First base was open. So a bases loaded opportunity for Winkelpleck with no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bolin down at third base, looking to be driven home. Got Ham at second and Creddick at first, so good speed on the base path. Hard hit ball into center field. Funk sets up underneath it. 1 run will try to come home, play at the plate. Slides in safely. Ham advances to third safely. And the Greenbacks score 1 on the sac fly from Winkelpleck.
Yeah, and Winkelpleck doing exactly what you're supposed to do there. Just put something in play, let the runners have a chance, and that time putting one out there deep into center field. Sacrifice fly played to perfection.
Deep enough, allowed Bolin to come home and score after tagging up, and then Ham, after seeing the throw come home with a heads-up base running play, moves over to third, and Creddick followed suit and headed down to second base. So Sowers will come to the plate with 1 out, runners at second and third. Greenbacks have scored 4 in this inning, 3, looking to add to it here with only 1 out.
And again, Sowers with good power at the plate, but the speed on the base pass here, there's not a lot that would get down that wouldn't get both runs in.
High pitch misses for ball 3. 3 straight balls for Plenert. Sowers going to be patient here, or will she, on a 3-0 count. First base is open. 3-0 pitch in there for a called first strike.
Good bounce back pitch there by Plenert.
Gets herself back in this at bat. 3-1 pitch on the way. Down the middle, foul back into the net. Fills it up 3-2. So after being behind 3-0 in the count, Plenert battling back, fills it up at 3-2.
Love the effort of the catcher, Bernhardt. Every ball put in the air, she's going for.
Big pitch on the way. 3-2 turned on, and Sowers nearly takes the head off of Ham. She had to duck at third base to get out of the way. Well, you can see her grinning all the way from here. Just a long foul ball, though, and Sowers will have another chance.
Well, they don't call it the hot corner for nothing.
No, they don't. Ham finding out why.
Sometimes it's not just the fielder. If you're a runner, you got to look out.
3-2 pitch popped into the air. Voren will come in from first and make the easy out. Good at bat there for Plenert out in the circle. Battle back after being behind 3-0 in the count, and then force the pop-up from Sowers to get the second out of the inning. It'll be Stapleton to the plate now to try to keep this inning alive for the Greenbacks. 2 outs. Jumps on the first pitch, fouls it back out of play.
Yeah, like you mentioned there in that last at-bat, good job by Plenert going down 3-0, battles back to a full count and draws the easy contact, not allowing the runners to go anywhere. Now a much better and more comfortable situation for her here.
The 0-1 pitch, turns on that one, down to Thiessen at third, goes off her glove. Ham will come home to score. Creddick comes home and follows, and the Greenbacks score 2 after Stapleton steps in and drives in Ham and Creddick on the RBI double. What an inning for the Greenbacks, and put 5 up and now lead it 6-2. And the inning still alive. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, and Teasley coming to the plate.
Yeah, and again, that's just really tough if you're Plenner. You draw the contact you want there, just a slow dribbler down to third. Thiessen, though, just bounces off the tip of her glove there. Kind of juked out her own teammate, Beavers, at short as she was following to back it up.
Yep, she overran it just a little bit. The deflection off the glove of Thiessen took Beavers out of the play, and 2 runs come home to score. So Stapleton, after a courtesy runner, comes in for her at second base. Teasley, a line drive past Beavers at short, will get all the way to the fence. Teasley will head for second, and another run comes in for the Greenbacks.
Well, if you're a hitter, you just want to trade places, and that's what Pratt's been doing lately. A lot of good balls put into play, a lot of good speed on the base paths. That's just what you want to keep doing here now. All of a sudden going down 2-1, now following it up with 6 here in the bottom of the 4th.
That hit from Sowers earlier in the inning was the hardest ball we've seen hit. That one by Teasley may have matched it, as that one a rocket off of the bat of Teasley. She'll take third base after the passed ball. Kopus, who led this inning off, back to the plate for her second at bat. And Teasley down at third. This is low. Teasley going to try to come home on the passed ball. Play at the plate, and Teasley will slide in safely. And another run for the Greenbacks comes in after Bernhardt, not able to handle that one, got underneath her glove. And the Greenbacks continue to add runs to this inning. Have scored 7 and now lead it 8-2. And a mound visit from the Trojans, trying to settle their pitcher down in Plenert. A big inning for this Greenback team. 2 outs. The Trojans only 1 out away from getting out of this inning, but the Greenbacks have rallied with 2 outs. After falling behind 2-1 after the 3rd inning, Greenback bats finally come alive here in the bottom of the 4th and have put up 7. They lead at 8-2. No pitching change for the Trojans. Plenert will remain in the circle, still trying to get herself out of this jam. It'll be Kopus still at the plate. 2-0 count when we come back to action here. Everybody's settled in, ready to go. The 2-0 pitch plunks Kopus right in the middle of the back. Able to turn, but got her right in the lower back, and she'll take first base on the hit by pitch. So Hope Hughes comes to the plate for the Greenbacks with 2 outs. Runner now at first base.
I mentioned it before the game started about how Pratt has a tendency to really turn it on late in these games, and they're doing just that.
The 0-1 pitch, Kopus heading for second, but that ball put out of play, and Kopus will have to return to first base.
Good catch by a dad, it looks like, here in the crowd. A little bit of a sketchy throwback, almost hits the home plate umpire.
Crowd's been getting a little bit of action today. I've seen quite a few balls make their way back into the stands. An 0-1 count for Hughes. Kopus returns to first base. The 0-1 pitch swung on, gets by the glove of Thiessen at third. With Kopus stealing second, she'll head for third and slides in safely. And the Greenback 2-out rally continues here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, again, another hot shot down the third base line, gets past the glove of Thiessen. This Pratt team doing a really good job running hard.
Second hit of the day for Hughes. Had a good day at the plate. Adds to it there. Well, back in the batter's box, Boland seemed like she was just there moments ago, as she had one of those doubles that scored 2. Has a chance to pick up a few more RBIs here in the same inning. 0-1 count on the way. Off speed. Bernhardt, a good job to keep it in front of her and keep the runner at third.
Yeah, we've seen Plennert get herself into a bit of a similar situation we saw Winklepleck get into, just struggling to really get out of this inning. Winklepleck fortunate to get out of hers in the third, only allowing 2. Plennert not as fortunate.
2-1 the count on Boland. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th, but the Greenbacks have scored 7. Runners on second and third, trying to add a few more to it here.
Boland now got to protect a little bit here with 2 strikes. You don't want to leave 2 stranded.
2s across the board. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Pitch outside will fill the count up at 2-2.
Sometimes I wonder if the mentality of a rally is you just don't want to be the last out.
Right, nobody wants to be the last out. And everybody wants to bat around. Once you see you get yourself through that lineup once, a hard hit ball from Boland into left field, but Schultz sets up right underneath it for the 3rd out of the inning. But what an inning for the Greenbacks. Score 7 and take an 8-2 lead as we head to the top of the 5th here on Thunder Country.
For your fine dining experience, be sure to stop at Club D'Este in downtown Pratt. Western Kansas's premier steakhouse for over 50 years. They'll serve you the best with their friendly, attentive staff and home-cooked meal you desire. Also offering a full range of entertainment with live music and karaoke weekend nights. So come for food and stay for fun at Club D'Este in downtown Pratt. Open 7 nights a week.
At Buckland Tractor and Implement, we know that teamwork and dedication are the keys to success on and off the field. Just like the Pratt Greenbacks, we strive for excellence in everything we do. Whether it's top-of-the-line John Deere equipment or exceptional customer service, we're here to support our community, from tractors to combines and everything in between, plus the tools to get the job done right. BTI, proud to be a part of our community and support our local sports teams. BTI, our family in partnership with your family.
Welcome back to the top of the 5th here at Pinkel Field. The Greenbacks coming off of a big bottom half of the 4th where they were able to put up 7 and take an 8-2 lead. Trojans back at the plate, due up to lead it off here. Chloe Funk, after she made the last out there in left, try to get him going. A chopper to short. Ham takes the short hop. Throw to Sowers at first for the 1st out of the inning.
Yeah, the thing that often gets forgotten about when a team allows a rally is that the bats for your offense get a little bit cold. It'll be interesting to see how Hillsborough here can respond.
With 1 out now here in the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Abby Beavers.
Only people eating sunflower seeds. There's no sunflower seeds allowed in here.
Beavers showing good discipline at the plate today, drawing 2 walks.
Takes that first pitch for a ball. Second one, same spots. Beavers ahead in the count here, 2-0. 2-0 count here for Copas. Misses low. First time we've seen Copas fall behind 3-0, I believe, is once she came in for Winklepleck back in the 3rd. Has thrown a great game. The 3-0 pitch finds its way in there.
Yeah, good movement on that pitch by Copas. Might have caught Beavers a little bit off guard there.
3-1 again, another nice pitch from Copas, and just like that, back in the count, fills it up at 3-2.
This will be a huge out here for Pratt.
3-2 pitch, fouled back. Now Beavers having to fight off the close pitch after being ahead in the count, 3-0. finds herself battling.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of hitters today bounce back from going down on the count 0-2. Now Kopis doing the same.
3-2 pitch just inside. After a lengthy at bat, Beavers draws the 1-out walk.
Yeah, that's a tough one if you're Kopis. Like I said, battling back in the count there.
Voren will come to the plate with a runner on first after Beavers able to draw that walk. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Ball to second, out at first. Beavers will slide safely into second base, but the Greenbacks pick up their 2nd out.
Yeah, it looked like Teasley over there at third thought about trying to get the double play, just thought better of it and decided to take the easy out at first.
Yeah, I think with the speed of Beavers on first base, you take the sure out at first, get yourself to a 2-out position. Don't worry too much about the runner down there at second. As Trista Miller comes to the plate. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Inside pitch, got her swinging for strike 2. Now Kopis ahead in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, I mentioned it on a pitch earlier in this inning. Kopis, the movement she's getting on her pitches is really solid. Hillsborough struggling to just figure it out.
0-2 pitch, right back to Kopis. Through her legs, Ham will have a chance for it at second and makes the play. Nice recovery by Hammond to stay with it. She picks Kopis up and gets the Greenbacks out. 8-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on Thunder Country.
Escape into your ultimate outdoor getaway with the help of Uni Landscapes, your local full-service landscape design and construction company specializing in landscapes, hardscapes, patios, sprinkler systems, water features, and snow removal services. They create your dream space by incorporating design elements unique to you and your family. Uni Landscapes serves Pratt and the surrounding area and is open Monday through Friday. Call 620-672-3301 to transform your outdoor space today.
Big changes are coming to Mead Lumber in Pratt. We're gearing up for a store remodel, and that means even better things for you, our valued customers. We're making improvements and upgrades to serve you better because we're not just about building materials, we're about building community. Mead Lumber is proud to be a part of Pratt and committed to meeting your needs every step of the way. Call 620-672-7732 or stop by 1500 East 1st Street to see the exciting changes for yourself. Mead Lumber, invested in you, invested in Pratt.
Welcome back to Thunder Country. Greenback softball here at Pinkel Field. It's Ham due up in the bottom of the 5th. Greenbacks only need 4 to end this ball game. If the 10 after 5 rule were to come into play, they lead at 8-2. And if they have an inning like what we saw in the last inning, I would say that is definitely within their grasp. As they put up 7 in the last bottom half of the 4th inning. Ham behind in the count here, 0-2 early.
Yeah, that just shows how quick some of these games can turn around. You go from a close 2-1 ball game to now a solid inning here by Pratt, and the game's over.
Ham takes that pitch for the first ball of the at-bat. One-two pitch just misses outside for ball 2.
Good take by Renee. Sometimes when you get with 2 strikes here in these counts, it's hard to lay off any pitch.
1-2 pitch swung on a chopper to Beavers. Makes a great play at first. And gets Ham. What a play by Abby Beavers at shortstop. Had to go to her left, went down on a knee after diving for it, able to recover and make the strong throw over to Voren at first for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, some fans here in disagreement with that call, but nonetheless, great play by Beavers, making the ump have to make a close call anyway.
It was a bang-bang play there at first base, just didn't go to Ham. The Greenbacks back to the top of their lineup as Taylor Creddick comes to the plate. The 0-1 pitch just misses outside for ball 1.
Creddick got on base all 3 times she stepped to the plate. A walk and 2 singles. Doesn't get much more efficient than that.
She'll be looking at a 1-on-1 count. Swings on that one, sends a hard hit ball out into center, but Chloe Funk sets up underneath it for the second out of the inning. Boy, she didn't have to move much. That one right into her glove. Makes a nice play out there in center field. 2 outs now for the Greenbacks as Winkelpleck comes to the plate. Two quick outs here. Trojans trying to get out of a quick inning. Ball popped up. Winkelpleck going to try to leg it out, and good thing she does as it falls in the infield. Voren not able to get underneath it at second base, and Winkelpleck with a 2-out pop fly that somehow finds its way onto the turf.
Well, if you look up blooper in the dictionary, there is going to be a video somewhere of that hit right there. Just finds its way down.
And that's why you always hustle your way down to first base, because you just never know. Turns on that one. Sowers sends it deep into left field, hits the fence in the air. And Winkelpleck will come all the way around from first and score. Sowers into second base with the stand-up double. The Greenbacks lead it 9-2.
You know, I think we need to have a conversation with somebody about making these fences just a little bit lower.
I don't know. They're pretty low as they stand. And with this breeze blowing out there to left, I thought when that left her bat, that was surely out of here. A pop fly from Stapleton, going to be a tough play out in center. Not able to be made. And with 2 outs, Sowers was running from second, and she comes around to score. So the blooper from Stapleton into shallow center gets to first base safely, and now the Trojans having some trouble throwing the ball around the infield. But it'll be Stapleton down at first base. Scored a run on that hit as Sowers came in, and now it's a 10-2 ball game. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Well, it looked like might be a quick inning for the Trojans after picking up a quick 2 outs. Has now turned into what could be another 2-out rally situation here for the Greenbacks. Teasley at the plate. Swings on that. Chips it into the turf, foul. First strike 1.
You know, I'm not exactly going to make a home run prediction here, but a home run would end the game.
Boy, and we've seen a couple swings this inning that nearly had a chance. Teasley sends it back up the middle. A hard hit ball gets by Voren. Stapleton will come around second and be held at third. Courtesy runner in for Stapleton. Teasley advances her to third with the 2-out single and puts runners on the corners for Kopus.
Yep, good contact there by Teasley. Just putting it right back up the middle through the defenders, and now runners are in the corner with 2 outs.
So the winning run now on first base in Teasley as Kopus comes to the plate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch off speed takes for strike 1.
Again, Kopus, similar to Credit, gotten on base all 3 times she stepped to the plate today with a double, a single, and a hit by pitch.
Hard hit ball into left. Will it get down? It does through the glove of Schultz. 1 run scores. Teasley stays put at third base, and the Greenbacks now only 1 run away from ending this ball game after 5. Boy, a 2-out rally has been the theme for this Greenback team today. They did it last inning and are doing it again here in the bottom of the 5th. So Hope Hughes will come to the plate, looking to win this ball game with a possible walk-off. Teasley down at third. Hughes sends that one back out of play. Teasley, your winning run down there at third base. 2 outs, so she'll be running on contact unless it's something short in her way, or a tag or a play at the plate might get her, but boy, anything to the right side or deep infield should score. And a liner right back to Plenard at the mound will end the inning. Another hard hit ball for the Greenbacks, but right into the glove of Plenard. Greenbacks score 3 and lead it 11-2 as we head to the top of the 6th here on Thunder Country.
Cattle producers, would you like to improve the growth and health of your beef cattle herd for less than $0.10 a day per head? The nutritionist at Extra Factors can design a mineral program for your cattle that will help you meet your goals and maintain them. If you're interested in improving your herd, give them a call at 620-672-5616 and ask for Levi Macbeth. At Extra Factors, they provide nutrition solutions for today's livestock.
This is Donnie Gertzen with Doug Ray Chevrolet and Pratt. Yes, we are your #1 rated new and #1 pre-owned dealer in all of South Central Kansas. But we're more than that. We're a full-service dealership offering a full certified automotive service department that includes diesel repair plus our award-winning body shop. So no matter what your automotive needs, Doug Ray Chevrolet is here for you and your family. Doug Ray Chevrolet, service department, body shop, and more. Still doing business your way in Pratt, Kansas.
Welcome back here to Pinkel Field on Thunder Country. 11-2 your score after the Greenbacks able to add 3 more in the bottom of the 5th. 2 up for the Trojans will be Cheyenne Plenert. Copa's still on the mound for the Greenbacks. First strike of the at-bat, a 2-1 count for Plenert.
And fresh off of making a really good defensive play, she's got to come out here and try to get something rolling here for the Trojans.
Fouls that one back into the net, evens the count up at 2-2. Plenert looking for her first base hit of the day. Has put the bat on the ball, but hasn't reached first base. 2-2 pitch on the way, high and outside for ball 3.
This would be big here for Hillsboro if they do want to try to get something here to try to fight back into this game. Getting this leadoff runner would be big.
2-1 pitch, sends it to Teasley. Hard hit ball. Teasley with a nice play and gets the out at first for the first out of the inning.
Just a good solid routine play over there by Teasley. Filled in the easy grounder, swinging it over to first and getting the first out of this inning.
And another at bat where Plenert able to put the bat on the ball, but just right to a fielder of this Greenback team. So Thiessen at the plate now with 1 out, pops it back to Copas, who takes a couple steps out of the circle and makes the second out herself.
And even though that was a routine pop-up, good job by Copas out there calling everybody off, because those little bloopers into the infield there, you get everybody running towards it, it's where errors can happen.
That's where communication is key. 2 out, swung on, hard hit ball into left. 1 hops, not even 1 hop. It cleared the fence. Couldn't tell on that. And then right away, Hughes throws her hands up out in left field. And the 1 home run of the ball game comes from Skylar Voren here in the top of the 6th inning for the Trojans. Makes it an 11-3 ball game. So after 2 quick outs for the Greenbacks.
And if there's anything that's going to spark any sort of comeback here for Hillsboro, that's about as good of a swing there as you can ask for.
If that doesn't get some momentum or some emotion going from your dugout, I don't know what will. As Mackenzie Schultz will come to the plate here with 2 outs coming off of the home run from Voren. Foul ball. She'll be back in the box after chopping that one back towards the Greenback dugout.
And similar to a couple other hitters in the Trojan lineup, Schultz 0 for 2, made contact both times.
The 0-1 pitch. This one to Teasley. Waits for the big hop. Takes it. Throw over to Sowers at first. And there's the 3rd out of the inning, but not without a home run from Voren. We thought we might see some today with this win. Didn't know who it'd come from. The Hillsboro Trojans strike first, but they trail 11-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on Thunder Country.
This is Chris with Car Auction Real Estate. We've been proudly moving assets since 1965, with locations in Pratt and Larned servicing the surrounding counties.
Jamie here with Car Auction and Real Estate. While our marketing strategies clearly stand out, we stand strong on our principles of integrity, transparency, and reputation in our industry.
Whether it be buying, selling, auction, or appraisal needs, look us up online at carauction.com.
Good luck and go Greenbacks.
It's time to schedule your Medicare annual wellness visit. Your health is our priority. At Pratt Regional Medical Center Internal Medicine, we encourage our Medicare patients to take advantage of this opportunity. You're eligible for this free annual wellness visit if you've had Medicare coverage for more than 12 months. Together, we'll develop a personalized plan to help keep you feeling your best all year long. Call PRMC Internal Medicine and ask to schedule your Medicare annual wellness visit and stay on a path to better health.
Welcome back here to Pinkel Field. Greenbacks lead it 11-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Trojans able to put up one off of the home run from Voren. And leading things off here for the Greenbacks will be Maddie Bolin.
Yeah, Pratt needed 2 runs here to end the game. If you're Bolin or Ham, you just want to get to the top of the lineup, but they've both been very solid today in their own right.
Yeah, I've had good days at the plate. Top to bottom, this Greenback lineup has hit well today. Bolin takes a strike there to even the count up at 2-1. Excuse me. Yeah, 2-1 the count here on Bolin. Swings on a high fastball, deep into left field. Schultz not having to move much. A long out for the Greenbacks.
Yeah, it's really solid contact there by Bolin. Wind helped it a little bit, but not enough, and just good play out there by the left fielder, Schultz, to just find her place, plant her feet, and catch that one.
Seen her get quite a bit of action out there in left field. And a substitution now as Avery Fuhr comes to the plate for the Greenbacks. What would normally be Ham. So Fuhr with her first plate appearance of the day. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Swings on the opening pitch for strike 1.
Yeah, the last home doubleheader saw Fuhr step in game 2 against Heston. She had a couple really solid hits.
And that one, a good solid hit, goes right to Beavers at short. Can she run it out at first? Not in time. 2 quick outs here for the Trojans. Good contact from Fuhr, but Beavers with a nice play at shortstop. Picks up the 2nd out of the inning. Greenbacks back to the top of their lineup. It's Taylor Creddick, who's had a great day for the Greenbacks, comes to the plate. Greenbacks going to need another 2-out rally if they want to avoid heading to the 7th inning here. See if Creddick can spark it. 1-0 pitch, pop fly into left field. Another ball for Schultz and another out into deep left field. Greenbacks go 1-2-3, no damage done as we head to the top of the 7th here on Thunder Country.
When you insure your ag operation with Farm Bureau Financial Services, you'll team up with me, your local Farm Bureau agent, Jamie Roach, to create a customized plan that is right for your business. We believe strong working relationships should be rewarded. That's why you'll be eligible for the Ag Advantage and the Ag Plus Rewards discounts that can continue to grow over time. Contact me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent today. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Whether you're buying a home, selling a home, relocating, or wanting an auction, Kevin and John at Ham's Auction and Real Estate can help you today. Your total satisfaction is their #1 priority. Call 620-770-2381 or visit them at 107 Northeast State, Road 61 in Pratt.
Welcome back as we head to the top of the 7th inning here. Greenbacks softball on this Friday afternoon. Greenbacks lead it 11-3 after a strong 4th and 5th inning where they scored 10 between the 2 innings. Trojans with 1 opportunity left here to keep this game alive. They need 8 runs to tie it up. Most they've scored was 2 back in the 3rd. And asked to do it here, leading it off for the Trojans, be Cassidy Bernhardt, top of their lineup. So they're at the spot in their lineup that you'd like to be at if you want to get a rally going. Count 1-1. Kopus in the circle for the Greenbacks. The 1-1 pitch, a chopper to third. Teasley lets it go by. Creddick will make the play. and makes the nice out at first base.
Caught him safe.
Oh, she was safe there. Thought the throw was in time, but you're right. Had that up standing right behind this big pole that blocks a little bit of our vision, and thought it was a nice play from Credit. It was a nice play from Credit. They're going to say the throw just not there in time, so a leadoff base hit for Bernhardt. Next up, Funk steps in and sends one foul down the third base line.
Yeah, from my perspective, I had Bernhardt as safe there. Showed really good hustle down the line. It's what you ask for if you're leadoff hitter here, especially when you're trying to make a big comeback here to try to win this game.
Hard hit ball to Spure at second, and just like that, the Greenbacks able to double up the Trojans on the line drive to Furr. Bernhardt looked like she may have been stealing and was caught between first and second, and an easy throw over to Sowers to double her up. Oh, very quickly, the Greenbacks pick up 2 outs. Abby Beavers to the plate. Opening pitch swung on off speed. Strike one.
That was a little bit different there, but very similar to the double play we saw Credit and Winklepleck get into earlier in the game. You try to get that running.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a called hit and run. And Kopus has to just laugh at herself after that one gets away. Stapleton with no chance to get a glove on that one. As Kopus still grinning out there on the mound. Yeah, 1-1 pitch to Beavers. Chops it into her feet for a foul ball, strike two.
Nice to see Kopis just shake that one off, come back, get a strike, put herself in position here to finish the game.
Big 1-2 pitch, swung on, off-speed pitch for strike three, and that'll be the ball game. The Greenbacks will win game one 11-3 after trailing early, come back and put up 7 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and win it 11-3 after 7 innings of play. Don't go anywhere. We'll have post-game show when we come back here on Thunder Country.
When you insure your ag operation with Farm Bureau Financial Services, you'll team up with me, your local Farm Bureau agent, Jamie Roach, to create a customized plan that is right for your business. We believe strong working relationships should be rewarded. That's why you'll be eligible for the Ag Advantage and the Ag Plus Rewards discounts that can continue to grow over time. Contact me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent today. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Whether you're buying a home, selling a home, relocating, or wanting an auction, Kevin and John at Ham's Auction and Real Estate can help you today. Your total satisfaction is their #1 priority. Call 620-770-2381 or visit them at 107 Northeast State, Road 61 in Pratt.
Welcome to Humble Pie, where every day starts with the freshest ingredients. Our secret here is a perfectly blended pizza sauce. That's the heart of every pizza. From farm to table, our pizzas are topped with the freshest veggies. Along with our commitment to quality means fresh dough made daily for that perfect crust. And you won't want to miss out on the daily specials at Humble Pie. Order your next pizza online at humblepiepratt.com. Serving you in both Pratt and Larned. Humble Pie, the taste speaks for itself.
Smiley Concrete is locally owned and operated in Pratt, Kansas, and provides hard workers that have the experience and work ethic to complete your construction project, not only on time, but on budget too. Smiley Concrete provides your clientele the gold standard and backs it up with 17 years of happy customers, both commercial and residential, in Pratt and surrounding counties. Smiley Concrete, the name says it all. You won't be disappointed when you hire Smiley Concrete.
Welcome back to the post-game show here at Pinkel Field. I'm Cody Eastis alongside Tyler Dorman. The Greenbacks come away with a big Game 1 win in this doubleheader against the Trojans of Hillsboro. 11-3 your final score. The Greenbacks took an early lead on top 1-0 after the first inning of play, and then the Trojans would strike back in the third, take a 2-1 lead, and then the Greenback Bats decided to come alive. 7 runs in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and then held the Trojans to only one more run, a lone home run from Skylar Voren in the top half of the 6th inning. That's how you get to your 11-3. Looking up and down the box scores for the Greenbacks, scored those 11 runs on 11 hits, 8 RBIs for the Greenbacks. Go up and down that lineup. Taylor Creddick, 2 hits on the day. Teasley with 2 hits. Kopus with 3 hits on the day. Those are your players with multi-hit days. And then Sauer, Stapleton, Hughes, and Bolin also with some hits on the day. Multiple RBIs. Dally Winkelpleck drove in 2. Maddie Bolin drove in 2 as well. So a great day for the Greenbacks on the offensive side. Didn't give up too many on the defensive side. Saw Winkelpleck struggle early a little bit in that 3rd inning, and then Kopus came in, settled things down, and really closed it out nicely for the remaining 4 innings. Thoughts on that ballgame, Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you said. Like I said before the game even started, I think Pratt has a tendency to really turn it on late in these games. And I mentioned how it would be nice if they could start off the game that way, and they did. They scored 1 in the bottom of the 1st. Then their bats were kind of held at bay for a little bit, but then they had a really strong 4th and 5th inning there, getting to 11 runs. I thought, like you said, 1 through 9 in the lineup, everybody contributed at the plate today. Winkelpleck started off pretty hot in innings 1 and 2, struggled in inning number 3, but Kopus coming in for relief, doing about as good of a job as you can ask for. Had the 1 little homer in the 6th, but apart from that, had enough run production to where it didn't really matter. Ended up winning 11-3.
Yeah, great day for Coach Forsey and his Greenbacks. They continue that streak. We mentioned in the pregame the Greenbacks had won 8 of their last 9 ball games, so add another one to it. They move to 13-8. We'll try to pick up another one here in Game 2 when we come back. We'll send it back to the station. If you're listening on the radio dial, we'll keep the live streams up and going. If you're watching on Eastus Media Facebook or YouTube, however you're choosing to watch or listen to today's broadcast, we appreciate it. And we'll be back with more Greenback softball here in about 20 minutes. You've been listening to Greenback softball. I'm Cody Eastus alongside Tyler Dorman. We're going to take a break and be back with more. Don't go anywhere.
When you insure your ag operation with Farm Bureau Financial Services, you'll team up with me, your local Farm Bureau agent, Jamie Roach, to create a customized plan that is right for your business. We believe strong working relationships should be rewarded. That's why you'll be eligible for the Ag Advantage and the Ag Plus Rewards discounts that can continue to grow over time. Contact me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent today. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Whether you're buying a home, selling a home, relocating, or wanting an auction, Kevin and John at Ham's Auction and Real Estate can help you today. Your total satisfaction is their #1 priority. Call 620-770-2381 or visit them at 107 Northeast State, Road 61 in Pratt.
Welcome to Humble Pie, where every day starts with the freshest ingredients. Our secret here is a perfectly blended pizza sauce. That's the heart of every pizza. From farm to table, our pizzas are topped with the freshest veggies, along with our commitment to quality means fresh dough made daily for that perfect crust. And you won't want to miss out on the daily specials at Humble Pie. Order your next pizza online at humblepiepratt.com. Serving you in both Pratt and Larned. Humble Pie, the taste speaks for itself.
Smiley Concrete is locally owned and operated in Pratt, Kansas, and provides hard workers that have the experience and work ethic to complete your construction project, not only on time, but on budget too. Smiley Concrete provides their clientele the gold standard and backs it up with 17 years of happy customers, both commercial and residential, in Pratt and surrounding counties. Smiley Concrete, the name says it all. You won't be disappointed when you hire Smiley Concrete.
Cattle producers, would you like to improve the growth and health of your beef cattle herd for less than a dime a day per head? The nutritionist at Extra Factors can design a mineral program for your cattle that will help you meet your goals and maintain them. If you're interested in improving your herd, give them a call at 620-672-5616 and ask for Levi Macbeth. At Extra Factors, they provide nutrition solutions for today's livestock.
This is Donnie Gertzen with Doug Ray Chevrolet in Pratt. Yes, we are your #1 rated new and #1 pre-owned dealer in all of South Central Kansas. But we're more than that. We are a full-service dealership offering a full certified automotive service department that includes diesel repair plus our award-winning body shop. So no matter what your automotive needs, Doug Ray Chevrolet is here for you and your family. Doug Ray Chevrolet, service department, body shop, and more. Still doing business your way in Pratt, Kansas.
Welcome back to the Doug Ray Chevrolet pregame show here on Thunder Country. Picking up Game 2 action. Coming in just one batter late as the Greenbacks start Game 2 here after picking up a big win in Game 1. It'll be the Trojans due up here in the top half of the first inning, and Cassidy Bernhardt able to draw a leadoff walk. Now at the plate, Chloe Funk. A chopper to short, out at second, gets the call at first, going to be safe. So the lead runner out at second base. Bernhardt not able to get there in time. Nice play from Copas at shortstop in the field for the Greenbacks. How they started Game 1. Copas moving back to shortstop. She finished on in the circle for the Greenbacks in Game 1, but she'll go back to short. Winklepleck pitching again to start this Game 2. So Credit will move back out into left field as far as how we ended Game 2. Behind the plate, Stapleton, Addison Sowers at first base, Ham at second base, Teasley at third base, and Credit, Hughes, and Riley in the outfield for the Greenback defense. Up at the plate now for the Trojans, Abby Beavers playing shortstop today. Had a good Game 1 for the Trojans. And with one out, sends one to Sowers at first. Off the glove, deflects it to Ham, and then takes the lead runner out at second base. Nice play by Ham to go after the lead runner. A hard hit ball to Sowers at first, sent the ball shooting towards Ham's way. Ham able to get a glove on it, turn and throw. Once again, get the lead runner.
Yeah, like you said, this is a really good thing for a pitcher. Your infield taking care of the leadoff runners.
Now Voren at the plate. A pop fly back to Winkleplex. She'll call everybody off, and a quick 3 outs for the Greenbacks. One runner left stranded for the Trojans. When we come back, Greenback bats will be out in the bottom of the first.
This is Chris with Car Auction Real Estate. We've been proudly moving assets since 1965, with locations in Pratt and Larned servicing the surrounding counties.
Jamie here with Car Auction and Real Estate. While our marketing strategies clearly stand out, we stand strong on our principles of integrity, transparency, and reputation in our industry.
Whether it be buying, selling, auction, or appraisal needs, look us up online at carauction.com.
Good luck and go Greenbacks.
It's time to schedule your Medicare annual wellness visit. Your health is our priority. At Pratt Regional Medical Center Internal Medicine, we encourage our Medicare patients to take advantage of this opportunity. You're eligible for this free annual wellness visit if you've had Medicare coverage for more than 12 months. Together, we'll develop a personalized plan to help keep you feeling your best all year long. Call PRMC Internal Medicine and ask to schedule your Medicare annual wellness visit and stay on a path to better health.
Welcome back to Greenback Softball here at Pinkel Field. Game 2 underway as the Greenbacks head to the bottom of the first inning. Held the Trojans scoreless in the top half, and it's Taylor Credit leading things off here for the Greenbacks. Once again, if you're just joining us, didn't catch Game 1, the Greenbacks came away with an 11-3 victory in Game 1. I'm Cody Eustis alongside Tyler Dorman. A great Friday evening here at the Green Sports Complex. Greenbacks looking to pick up their second win of the day. Credit down 0-2 in the count after fouling a couple off. And Cheyenne Plenert back in the circle for the Trojans through all 7 innings in game 1. She gets the start here in game 2. Outside pitch just misses for ball 1.
Yeah.
Greenbacks with a similar strategy. Saw Winkleplex start game 1. She only threw 3 innings, but then back on the rubber to start game 2, and you see that a lot in high school softball. Credit sends that one out to left field. Schultz not able to come in and make a play on it, and with the speed of Credit, she'll head down to second base and stand in there for a leadoff double. Boy, how many times have we seen her as the leadoff batter get on base safely and put the Greenbacks in a great position to start an inning off.
Yeah, I don't have an official statistic, but like you said, it does feel like every single time she leads off a game, she gets on base. And you talk about the importance of being the leadoff hitter for a lineup, and that's exactly what she does. She gets on base.
Not even leading off a game, just innings. There's a lot of innings she'll come up, be the leadoff batter, and does what she needs to do, finds a way to get on base. So the Greenbacks in a great spot here as Winkleplex comes to the plate with a runner down on second base. Off-speed pitch, fouled back out of play. Well, even the count up at 1-1.
Yeah, good. Nice of Winkleplex to step in here. Had a nice game 1 with 2 singles, 2 RBIs. Struggled in the circle, but fared pretty well at the plate.
That one swung on by Winkleplex. Shallow left center field. Coming in from center is Funk. Calls everyone off, but not able to make the play. Credit will advance from second, and Winkleplex will slide into second. So now runners on second and third as Addison Sowers will come to the plate. Greenbacks looking to jump on this Trojan team early. Took them a few innings to get going in game 1. Message in between games may have been, hey, let's get the bats going early, not put any doubt in this ball game from Coach Forsey. And the Greenbacks responding well here to start this ball game off.
Yeah, and Pratt really been the beneficiary of some of those pop flies just dropping in the right spot.
Sowers turns on one down the left field line. It'll get down. Credit comes home to score. Winkleplex comes home to score. And Sowers into second base safely. What a rip from Sowers. Sends it over the head of Thiessen at third base. And an RBI double puts the Greenbacks on the board early.
Yeah, they called it the hot corner for a reason. Just a little too hot for Thiessen over there at that time. Really solid power off the bat of Sowers there. Gets 2 in, puts her at second base with Stapleton coming up.
Stapleton, a power hitter for this Greenback team. Takes an off-speed pitch. And into third base safely is Sowers. A bit of a delayed steal from Sowers, but in there safely. Not much closer now for Stapleton. Count will be 1-0. Pitch on the way. Takes that pitch outside for ball 2. Didn't like it. Wants the pitch that she chooses. Has a hitter's count to do so. Ahead 2-0. Pitch misses. Stapleton head in the count even more, 3-0. Plenert down. See if Stapleton has the green light on a 3-0 count. And she does. Swings on that down the third base line. It'll go foul. Trying to jump on one. Takes the count 3-1. Sowers stays put down at third base.
And if anybody has a green light to swing 3-1.
And there's the swing from Stapleton deep into left center field. Little one hop to the fence. Sowers comes home easily to score, and Stapleton will round second base. Another RBI double for this Greenback team in the bottom of the first. They lead at 3-0.
Yeah, this lineup just picking up right where they left off in game 1. One person gets on, the next person hit him in, and they just keep going from there.
Stapleton down at second base as Teasley comes to the plate. Big secondary lead from Stapleton. She stays put. Teasley, another one of the power hitters in this Greenback lineup.
Yeah, Teasley, another Pratt hitter with a really solid game one, has a single, a double, an RBI.
Turns on an inside pitch, too quick on it though, and it goes foul. Well, that was the pitch she wanted. Sat on it, waited, just turned a bit too early and ripped it down the left field line. 2-1 pitch, off speed, just misses high for ball 3. Count will go 3-1 on Teasley.
Well, we mentioned in game one about how sometimes as a pitcher, you're just playing that game with the home plate umpire, trying to figure out their zone. Well, now with the home plate umpire switching, you got to do that all over again.
3-1 pitch deep into center field. Stapleton will go back and tag. She'll stay put there after the catch from Funk out in center field. So a nice hit ball from Teasley, but Funk able to get underneath it for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Funk's made some pretty solid plays out there in center today. Not a lot of miscues on her part.
No, and we've seen the outfielders from both teams have to battle with that wind that's coming out of the northeast. It was about 13, 14 miles per hour, but Funk has handled it well out there in center. As Copas comes to the plate, this one will drift Funk to her left, and another nice play. Stapleton going to tag from second and head to third. She'll be to third safely after the sac fly from Copas moves her over.
Yeah, Pratt making pretty solid contact with the ball here. Fortunately, sometimes it's just the way it works out. You hit it right to a defender. But with 3 runs already in the inning.
Now Hughes will step in the batter's box as a courtesy runner with 2 outs will come in for Stapleton at third. Home plate umpire going to check his book, make sure he's all square. Not sure what the getting looked at. Make sure we've got the batting order right as everything appears to be in place as Hughes comes to the plate following Copas. Now it looks like they're all set, so resume play. And the runner down at third base. 2 outs here for the Greenbacks. They've put up 3 already. Hughes swings on the opening pitch, sends it down the right field side as Voren goes over to make the final out of the inning. Greenbacks score 3 and take an early lead after 1. We'll be back with the top of the second when we come back.
When you insure your ag operation with Farm Bureau Financial Services, you'll team up with me, your local Farm Bureau agent, Jamie Roach, to create a customized plan that is right for your business. We believe strong working relationships should be rewarded. That's why you'll be eligible for the Ag Advantage and the Ag Plus Rewards discounts that can continue to grow over time. Contact me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent today. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Whether you're buying a home, selling a home, relocating, or wanting an auction, Kevin and John at Ham's Auction and Real Estate can help you today. Your total satisfaction is their #1 priority. Call 620-770-2381 or visit them at 107 Northeast State, Road 61 in Pratt.
Welcome back to Greenback Softball here on Thunder Country. Greenbacks take an early lead after scoring 3 in the bottom of the first inning. Trojans will be coming to the plate. B. Miller due up to lead it off in the 5-hole spot today for the Trojans. Had some opportunities in that first inning with a couple base runners, but the Greenbacks able to take advantage of some ground balls and somehow always find a way to get that lead runner, never able to get anybody farther than first base. So Miller will battle off against Winkelpleck to open up this second inning.
Yeah, Miller went 0 for 2 with a walk in game 1. Had some opportunities in game 1 with runners on.
And that pitch from Winkelpleck in there for a called first strike. Count 1-1. 1-1 pitch outside. Miller sends it to Teasley. Teasley, nice throw to first for the first out of the inning. Every game we watch or call, Teasley just continues to impress at third base. Gets a lot of action over there and very rarely mishandles it. Always does just what needs to be done and makes some tough plays in that hot corner.
Yeah, and her reactions in the hot corner, what really I think is most impressive to me is the way there's never a ball hit over to her that she doesn't get a good jump on.
After that first down, it'll bring Thiessen to the plate for the Trojans. Her first plate appearance of the day, takes first pitch, ball one. A 1-0 pitch from Winkelpleck outside, a one-hopper to Ham at second, fielded nicely. And the throw to Sowers, a quick 2 outs for the Greenbacks. Those balls are tough when they come off the end of the bat like that. They've got a lot of side spin, and Ham able to handle that one. Jumped to her left a little bit, but played the bounce nice and got the easy out.
Yeah, again, none of these plays are necessarily plays you'd see in a highlight film, just really solid, good infield play by the Greenbacks.
Swinging on the opening pitch is Plinert, fouls that one back into the mask of Stapleton for the first strike. The 0-1 pitch misses low, evens it up at 1-1.
Thing, though, about making those really solid, consistent plays in the infield, though, is it gives Winkelpleck in the circle all the confidence in her defense.
That one out to Hughes in center. It'll get down and one hop to Hughes before she's able to get it into the infield. So a 2-out single from Plinert gives the Trojans their first base runner of the inning. We'll bring up Voren.
Yeah, and that was Plinert's first hit of the day. Went 0 for 3 in game one. Starting off this one with a single. A lot of power stepping to the plate, though, for Hillsborough.
Skylar Voren had a good day at the plate in game one. Takes first pitch for a called strike. The 0-1 pitch outside off speed for ball one.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see how Winkelpleck handles now with a runner on first. She's got 2 outs, so not in a super tough situation for her here.
And tries the outside portion of the plate, just misses, falls behind 2-1. Pop fly, and no play will be made as that one will go out of play.
This would be a big pitch coming for Winkelpleck here. It'd be nice to see her get a strikeout here. Had 4 strikeouts across the first 2 innings in game one.
2s across the board for her. 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Gets her chasing the high off-speed pitch for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Greenbacks get out of it. 3-0, Greenbacks lead it as we head to the bottom of the second.
When you insure your ag operation with Farm Bureau Financial Services, you'll team up with me, your local Farm Bureau agent, Jamie Roach, to create a customized plan that is right for your business. We believe strong working relationships should be rewarded. That's why you'll be eligible for the Ag Advantage and the Ag Plus Rewards discounts that can continue to grow over time. Contact me, Jamie Roach, your Farm Bureau agent today. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Whether you're buying a home, selling a home, relocating, or wanting an auction, Kevin and John at Ham's Auction and Real Estate can help you today. Your total satisfaction is their #1 priority. Call 620-770-2381 or visit them at 107 Northeast State, Road 61 in Pratt.
Welcome back to Pinkel Field. Greenbacks lead it 3-0. As we head to the bottom of the second inning here against the Trojans. Due up for the Greenbacks will be Maddie Bolin. Had a good game one in this Greenback lineup. Looking to get him going here early in the bottom of the second.
Yep, 2 doubles in game one. Really showed impressive power as well as really good speed.
First pitch for a ball. Second one finds its way in there for a called first strike. 1-1 pitch in the turf. Bolin takes it low for ball 2.
Pratt doing a really good job once again of getting into hitter-friendly counts early in these at-bats.
Yeah, saw that a lot in the first inning, and the Greenbacks able to turn it into 3 runs. Bolin swinging on that one, leaving the count up at 2-2. Big hack from Bolin there, just missed, but boy, she wanted to get a hold of that one.
With the way the ball's carrying today, Some of these hitters really trying to jump on these pitches. Good off speed, though.
It's a favorable wind if you can pull it to that left side. That pitch high will take the count full at 3-2. Haven't seen much go out to the right side of the field. Everything has been pulled pretty well today to the left half of this field, and that's the way the wind is pushing it. The 3-2 pitch on the way from Plenert. High and inside. Bolin fouls it back out of play.
Good job by Bolin battling here.
Fighting off anything close with 2 strikes on her. 3-2 pitch. Outside. Caught the corner. Bolin thought it was too far outside. Home plate umpire said no, it was not. And the first out of the inning comes by way of strikeout. First strikeout of the game for Plenert, and that will bring Renee Ham to the plate. Greenbacks try to get back to the top half of their lineup here in the bottom of the second. They lead it 3-0. Pitch misses low for ball 1.
Well, and that was one of those cases again where these batters have to readjust their strike zone, dealing with a different home plate umpire here. That one might have been a strike to the ump in game 1, or a ball, excuse me, in game 1, but a strike here.
2-0 count on Ham early on in this at bat. The 2-0 pitch. Ham turns on that one, sends it out into left field. It'll one hop before it gets to Schultz, and Ham reaches first base safely with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And that'll get the Greenbacks back to the top of their lineup, where Taylor Creddick has had a great day. Now gets to do it with a runner on first base. Not too often does the leadoff batter get to do it with a runner on base, so see if Creddick can take advantage of it here.
Defense for Hillsborough coming in, watching for the bunt.
Creddick squares, shows bunt, pulls it back, but the pitch over the head of Bernhardt. And Ham able to take second base without the need of Creddick sacrificing herself on the bunt. So now that might open up the opportunity for Creddick to swing away. Count will be 1-0. No bunt shown from Creddick, so it looks like the green light to swing away has been given. That pitch called for a strike, evens it up at 1-1.
Great spot for Pratt here, though, with 1 out, runner in scoring position, with Creddick stepping up to the plate.
1-1 pitch on the way, high. Creddick has to duck to get out of the way of that one.
One of the few left-handed hitters here today.
2-1 pitch, off speed, misses low. Creddick now ahead in the count, 3-1. And not the case when you go over and watch a baseball game. That baseball team full of left-handed batters. They were able to take care of business and run rule game 1 also. Creddick swings on the 3-1 pitch, sends it into left field. Schultz in to make the play for the second out of the inning. Ham has to stay put down at second.
Yeah, Wind really did a good job kind of pushing that one over in the left field. Again, good jump, though, over there by Schultz to be on top of that one.
So with 2 outs now in the bottom of this second, it'll be Dolly Winklepleck coming to the plate for the Greenbacks. 2-1 pitch, excuse me, the 2-out pitch. High and inside for ball 1.
Winklepleck already with 3 runs of cushion in the circle. Chance to make it 4 for herself.
Swings on the 1-0 pitch, and that one, another ball out of play. Ham still down there at second base, looking to get moved around. With 2 outs, she'll be running on anything. Put into play. That ball is put into play. Beavers goes to her left, can't handle it. Ham will come home to score. The 2-out RBI single from Winklepleck drives in another run. The Greenbacks lead it 4-0.
Yeah, that was pretty good contact there. Drawn by Plenert, just kind of creeped under her glove and then creeped under the glove of Beavers at shortstop. Both had an opportunity to make the play there.
And it was a tough play at short for Beavers. Had to really go to her left. And now as Winklepleck heads for second, Sowers turns and swings on that one. Trouble in the outfield will send Winklepleck home. and she's in safely, and Sowers slides into second safely. Another 2-out rally in the making here for the Greenbacks. That has just been the story of this Greenback team today. Winklepleck driven home on an RBI double from Sowers. And now Stapleton coming to the plate, trying to keep this rally alive.
Yeah, and that was really good contact there by Sowers. Almost looked like kind of a check swing there. But ended up getting through the defense. Outfielder struggled with the ball mightily. Winklepleck never quit running. Again, with 2 outs, yeah, you just keep going.
And the ball was hit solid. You're right. It was kind of a check swing type of swing from Sowers, but had good contact on it. Hit it right on the sweet spot of the bat. And so Stapleton, after a player's visit in the circle from the Trojans, gets us back to play. Stapleton will step in with 2 outs, runner on second base, trying to keep this inning alive. Greenbacks lead at 5-0. Stapleton takes the first pitch for a strike. Sowers down on second. A good secondary lead. Didn't go anywhere that time, but keep an eye on her. The 0-1 pitch, Stapleton high into center field. Funk coming to her left and makes the third out of the inning. Boy, we've seen her do that multiple times today. Greenbacks put up 2 and lead 5-0 as we head to the top of the third here on Thunder Country.
Welcome to Humble Pie, where every day starts with the freshest ingredients. Our secret here is a perfectly blended pizza sauce. That's the heart of every pizza. From farm to table, our pizzas are topped with the freshest veggies. Along with our commitment to quality means fresh dough made daily for that perfect crust. And you won't want to miss out on the daily specials at Humble Pie. Order your next pizza online at humblepiepratt.com. Serving you in both Pratt and Larned. Humble Pie, the taste speaks for itself.
Smiley Concrete is locally owned and operated in Pratt, Kansas, and provides hard workers that have the experience and work ethic to complete your construction project, not only on time, but on budget too. Smiley Concrete provides your clientele the gold standard and backs it up with 17 years of happy customers, both commercial and residential, in Pratt and surrounding counties. Smiley Concrete, the name says it all. You won't be disappointed when you hire Smiley Concrete.
Welcome back for more Greenback softball here at Pinkel Field. Greenbacks lead at 5-0 through 2 complete innings of play. Put up 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Now trying to hold the Trojans scoreless here in the top of the third. It'll be Schultz to start it off to try to answer. Winklepleck in the circle for the Greenbacks. First pitch swung on, fouled back for a strike.
It's a big at bat here for Hillsborough. If they want to get a runner on to start an inning, get it to the back to the top of their lineup, excuse me.
0-1 pitch from Winklepleck. Now Schultz squares and shows bunt, tips that one back into the net again. Now finds herself down 0-2 in the count. Will have to protect for the rest of this at bat. The 0-2 pitch, another one fouled into the net. Stapleton with a snag out of the net.
Really good spot for Winklepleck here in an 0-2 count.
See what she does with it. If she tries to get her to chase or wastes a pitch. That one down the middle, right to Sowers at first base, and Sowers records the first out of the inning on the line drive from Schultz.
Yeah, one of the first times we've seen a ball hit over to first base, but good instincts there, good reaction by Sowers. Not exactly a super hard hit ball, but doing a good job just camping there, letting it come to her.
Bernhardt to get back to the top of the lineup for this Trojan team at the plate. Swings on the opening pitch for a first pitch, strike one. The 0-1 pitch from Winklepleck jams her up for a foul ball, strike two.
And this is the kind of spot we've seen Winklepleck get into a lot this season, where she starts getting her groove. This is 2 consecutive 0-2 counts she's gotten into, puts her in the leverage seat.
Tries outside, just misses. Good 0-2 pitch though, from Winklepleck, trying to get Bernhardt to chase something, just missed her spot. 1-2 pitch on the way, down the middle, swinging strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Nice pitch from Winklepleck. Came back with the fastball. Picks up her second strikeout of the ball game.
Again, you can kind of feel the momentum shift here with Winklepleck. Compared to her game 1, she just seems a lot more in command, in control here in game 2.
So with 2 outs now in the top of the third inning, it'll be Abby Beavers at the plate for the Trojans. Excuse me, Chloe Funk at the plate for the Trojans. The 0-1 pitch after swinging on the first pitch. Misses low for ball 1. Evens the count up at 1-1.
Funk was one of the fielder's choices in the first inning, and what felt like an inning full of fielder's choices.
Yeah, a lot of bats on the ball for the Trojans. Just hit it right to Greenbacks, and they were able to make some plays. Now Funk behind 1-2 in the count.
See if she can get her third strikeout of the game here.
A 1-2 pitch on the way. Gets her chasing the outside off-speed pitch, and Winklepleck goes 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts to end the top of the third. Greenbacks will take a 5-0 lead into the bottom of the third when we come back.
Are you a sports fan looking for a great place to grab a bite to eat? Look no further than Legends Cafe, located in Pratt, Kansas, on Highway 54. Legends is open 6 days a week and serves up mouth-watering burgers, fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, and much more. And don't forget about their daily specials. Legends is proud to support Greenback Sports and all the local teams. So whether you're celebrating a big win or just need to refuel after the game, Legends has you covered. Come on down to Legends, and we'll take care of the rest.
Are you interested in building a new home or remodeling your current one? If so, give J.A. Knight & Sons a call today. This is Chase Golly with J.A. Knight & Sons, and we are the area's premier general contractor and have been serving the Pratt and surrounding area for over 50 years with superior quality and attention to detail. We specialize in high-end residential and commercial construction and have now expanded our services to include pre-engineered metal buildings. J.A. Knight & Sons is a proud supporter of Greenback Athletics and would like to help turn your next dream into reality.
Welcome back to the bottom of the third. Teasley jumps on the opening pitch and sends it 2-hop into the fence and center field for a leadoff double for Aniston Teasley. Wasting no time, got right in the batter's box, jumped on the first pitch, and just like that, Greenbacks with the runner down at second base as Copas comes to the plate. Nice piece of hitting from Aniston Teasley to start this inning off. Copas looking to get aggressive. Swings on that first pitch, tracking it to the left. Voren can't make a play on it. Good hustle, though. Chased it into foul territory all the way from her second base position. And Copas will have another chance here in the box. Teasley down at second base. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, catches Copas in the hip the second time today. She's been hit. She'll take first base and put runners on first and second for Hope Hughes.
Yeah, once again, a really good spot for Pratt here. 2 runners on, no outs, already up by 5 with a chance to really pull away here.
Copas down to first after getting hit by the pitch, and Hughes squares to bunt, puts it down the third baseline. A nice bunt, play at third made, and they get the lead runner in Teasley as Thiessen able to come in quickly and make that play at third.
Yeah, and I've mentioned it a couple times today across both games. Hillsborough doing a really good job anticipating the bunts of Pratt. They've been on top of it, just haven't been able to make the play. That time they did, getting the lead runner at third.
So Maddie Bolin will be asked to move the runners around after the bunt from Hughes just trades places with runners on first and second. Greenback still in the same position as they were, only this time now with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Opening pitch missed for a ball. That pitch in there for a called first strike. Count evens up at 1-1. Copas down at second base after reaching first by hit by pitch, looking to be moved around. Ball in the turf. Copa's not going anywhere, has to get back. Two-one pitch on the way. Outside, Boland chases it. Nice play from Beavers at second to get Hughes. And no throw able to be made. Couldn't turn the double play as Hughes kind of jammed things up. She headed for second. Copas gets to third base safely. Runners on the corners now for the Greenbacks. And now coach from Hillsborough will come out and plead her case that Hughes should have been forced to slide there at second to get out of the way and open up a clear throwing lane for Beavers trying to turn that double play.
Yeah, there might be a case to be made there. I thought it was more of a case of Iran just struggling to get the ball out of her glove there, seemed to just kind of catch her a little bit.
Yeah, in that situation, I mean, a lot of it, it's more for the safety of the runner and the shortstop trying to turn that play that you generally see that player being asked to slide. I wouldn't be surprised to see this change to an out, but they're going to let it stand. Greenback's fortunate there, in my opinion, that they let that stand as only one out. So with 2 outs now in the bottom of the third, it'll be Renee Ham at the plate. Runners on the corners for the Greenbacks. Boland at third. Excuse me, Boland at first. Copas at third. First pitch in there for a strike.
And with Boland taking second, now Pratt with a good 2 runners in scoring position here for a good hitter in Ham.
And right back up the middle goes to Plennert. Has trouble handling it. 1 run will come home and score. A hard hit ball from Ham, and Plennert not able to react in time. Ham reaches first base safely and drives in a run, and the Greenbacks now lead at 6-0. Copas able to come in and score on that, and that's the result of there being 2 outs. With any less than that, she wouldn't have been running on a ball hit right back to the pitcher, but 2 outs, you run on contact, and the Greenbacks take advantage of it. Credit back to lead things off. A hard hit ball up the middle. Gonna score another one. Credit turns first, takes a look. Ham heads to third as Boland comes home to score. Greenbacks continue to tack it on. Another 2-out rally. I feel like I've said 2-out rally 5 or 6 times today, but that is just what these Greenbacks have decided to do today with their offense.
Yeah, I really don't know what it is, Cody, but it's just really good timely hitting by Pratt here. They seem to know when to turn it on. And as a collective lineup, they just seem to get in a groove together.
Credit will take second base. Throw down to third. Gets away from Thiessen. Nobody will advance. Credit down at second now. Ham at third.
Good idea there by Bernhard, the catcher. Just got to be really careful throwing down there.
The 0-1 pitch in the turf. Winklepleck doesn't like it. Count 1-1.
Winklepleck already 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI.
Inside pitch misses for ball 2. Winklepleck had to get out of the way of that one. Yep, she'd like to take advantage of this at bat with runners in scoring position. Put some more runs on the board for this Greenback offense. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Outside called for a strike. Evens it up at 2-2.
Good job by Plannett there, taking advantage of the outside corner. Gets the call from the umpire.
2-2 pitch swung on, and Plennert gets her swinging for the 3rd strike of the at-bat and gets herself out of the inning, but not before the Greenbacks can put up 2 and extend the lead. 7-0 as we head to the top of the 4th here on Thunder Country.
Are you a sports fan looking for a great place to grab a bite to eat? Look no further than Legends Cafe, located in Pratt, Kansas, on Highway 54. Legends is open 6 days a week and serves up mouth-watering burgers, fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, and much more. And don't forget about their daily specials. Legends is proud to support Greenback sports and all the local teams. So whether you're celebrating a big win or just need to refuel after the game, Legends has you covered. Come on down to Legends, and we'll take care of the rest.
Are you interested in building a new home or remodeling your current one? If so, give J.A. Knight & Sons a call today. This is Chase Golly with J.A. Knight & Sons, and we are the area's premier general contractor and have been serving the Pratt and surrounding area for over 50 years with superior quality and attention to detail. We specialize in high-end residential and commercial construction and have now expanded our services to include pre-engineered metal buildings. J.A. Knight & Sons is a proud supporter of Greenback Athletics and would like to help turn your next dream into reality.
Welcome back to Greenback Softball here on Thunder Country. It's Friday evening at Pinkel Field. Greenbacks on top 7-0 in Game 2 against the Hillsboro Trojans. Came away with a big win in Game 1, looking to do the same in Game 2 and come away with the sweep. Keep this run in their season going. As we enter the top of the 4th, it'll be Abby Beavers at the plate for the Trojans. See if she can spark some offense in this second game. Pitch from Winkelpleck in there for a called first strike.
Beavers really solid hitter. Had a fielder's choice in the first inning, but had 3 walks in Game 1. Really good discipline at the plate. Dowley's going to have to work to get this one.
Second pitch missed for ball 1. We'll even the count up at 1-1. 1-1 pitch turned on, high fly ball. Copa's trying to track back, and she's able to make the play, get underneath it. Good job to find that ball and to stay with it. Had her turn in a couple different directions before she finally settled on a spot.
Yeah, like you said, really impressive play by Copas at short. That's the kind of play we've seen Hillsboro really struggle with today. Those kind of high-flying pop flies into shallow outfield.
Well, anytime that wind has a chance to grab it and do something with it, we've seen it cause trouble for these players. And Winkelpleck able to get Voren swinging on the opening pitch of her at bat. Count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, chopper to Sowers at first. She'll take the easy bounce and step on the bag for the second out. Greenbacks with 2 quick outs now, looking to add 1 more to it. They'll have to get by Miller to get out of this inning.
Again, Winkelpleck doing a really good job drawing the contact she wants, and this infield just taking care of business.
First pitch low for ball 1. One-0 pitch, swung on, off speed, nice pitch from Winkelpleck. Evens the count up at 1-1.
Again, another really good pitch by Winkelpleck. She's doing a really good job of setting these Trojan hitters up, not letting them find a groove.
Tried that outside pitch again there and just misses. Now behind in the count, 2-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th, and the Greenbacks lead at 7-0. Turned on by Miller, and the base hit, first of the day for the Trojans in Game 2, I believe. Finds himself a base runner with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning.
That'll be Miller's first hit of the day across both games. Made really good contact just over the glove of Copas at short.
Held hitless in Game 1, picks up her first hit here in the 4th inning of Game 2. So Brooklyn Thiessen now at the plate for the Trojans with a runner on first. Trojans trying to see if they can spark that 2-out rally that we've seen the Greenbacks do so often. Again, home plate umpire checking his book. Oh, courtesy runner came in down at first base. So after the courtesy runner, get all set, and it will be Brooklyn Thiessen stepping in the box with 2 outs here. Low pitch, swung on for a strike.
Yeah, Thiessen also kind of struggling at the plate today. Hasn't got on base today outside of a hit by pitch. Now would be a really good time for her to get her first hit.
The 0-1 pitch turned on. Copas and Teasley both trying to track it. Copas able to get a glove on it in foul territory. Just can't grip it, and haul it in. What a great hustle play from Savannah Copas, coming all the way over from short, deep into foul territory.
Yeah, for any Royals fans out there, that play very reminiscent of what you'll see from Bobby Witt Jr. Just getting a really good jump over there. Just couldn't quite squeeze it with her glove.
A runner on first base. Nice hustle play from Copas. Sends Thiessen back in the box. 1-2 pitch misses. Excuse me, 0-2 pitch misses for the first ball of the at-bat. Count 1-2 on Thiessen. The 1-2 pitch. Got her swinging on the inside pitch to get the Greenbacks out of the inning. Trojans leave one stranded as we head to the bottom of the fourth here on Thunder Country.
Need proof that Pratt has something for you? Well, there's lots of reasons. It's heaven for hunting and fishing and over 200 acres for outdoor lovers, activities for all ages, a fitness center, new wings to an already impressive regional medical center, even an art museum. Pratt has diverse downtown shopping and dining and over 400 hotel rooms to make your stay that much more comfortable. Pratt, oh, you're gonna love it. Progressive, proud, and visionary. Proof that Pratt has something for you.
CR Services Lawn and Landscaping provide landscape design, tree trimming, fertilizer program, lawn care, sprinkler system installation, and repair services for not only residential but commercial properties as well. Give Chris a call at 770-0731.
Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be Addison Sowers to lead things off for the Greenbacks as they lead at 7-0. In the circle for the Trojans remains Cheyenne Plenner. Thrown every inning and every pitch in game one and game two up until this point for this Trojan team. The 1-0 pitch, high, misses for ball two. Sowers with a big double in the first inning. On a 2-0 pitch, off speed inside, takes it for ball three.
Yeah, Sowers a hitter you'd like to see up with runners on as she has 3 RBIs already in the game, but a chance here for her to be the leadoff runner.
3-0 pitch, not close. She'll draw the 4-pitch walk to start things off for the Greenbacks. That'll bring Micah Stapleton to the plate.
Yeah, Micah had a big RBI double in the first.
So Sowers down at first base. Sowers at the plate. And the 5th pitch for a ball. Trying to throw back to first and get Sowers, but no luck there. The 1-0 pitch, tried that outside corner, and another throw down to first. This time gets away from Voren, but Sowers will stay put. Boy, that pickback play, always risky. That time didn't cost him as Sowers didn't go anywhere after the overthrow.
It's about the 2nd or 3rd time today we've seen Bernhard make a throw down that's gotten away.
Stapleton turns on one deep into left field, and it will clear the fence for the first home run of the day for the Greenbacks. Micah Stapleton, a 2-run shot. As the Greenbacks gather around home plate to welcome her home after that shot out to left center. 2nd home run of the day, first one for the Greenbacks.
She's the cleanup hitter for a reason, and in case you forgot, she showed you just why right there.
We wondered if we'd see one from her today with this win. Not that she needs the wind to help her. She's got plenty of power. That time, put it up there, let the wind help it out a little bit, and it cleared the fence by 20, 30 feet. Now Aniston Teasley will step into the batter's box, and she's one you got to worry about as well if you're the Trojans. Has just as much power as Stapleton. Greenbacks lead at 9-0. Jammed up, turns on that first one, hits it foul.
You want to talk about consistency in a lineup. This Pratt team with 3 runs in the first, and have put up 2 in every inning since then. Just consistent run
really
support.
Being efficient on the offense today. The 0-1 pitch inside misses for ball 1. One pitch on the way. Teasley turns that one. A hard hit ball to Beavers. Makes a nice backhand throw to first. The one hop too tough to handle. And Teasley reaches first base safely. Nice play from Beavers. Just tried to get a quick throw over to first. And Skylar Voren not able to handle the ball in the turf. That'll put a runner on first base. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning as Savannah Copas comes to the plate. And Copas turns on that one, sends it deep into foul territory, out of play.
Well, the only difference in this inning where they've scored 2 compared to the others, they're doing it with no outs.
Yeah, finally able to get the bats alive without having to wait on that 2-out rally. Off-speed pitch high for ball 1. A 1-1 count for Copas. Teasley still down on first base. Ball in the turf. Teasley stays put. Count goes 2-1. Two 2-1 pitch high. Now the throw back to first. Not in time. Teasley back safely. 3-1 count to Copas. Dangerous count to throw to Copas. Just misses high and outside for ball 4. Copas will take first base on the walk. And a visit will be made to the circle by Hillsborough. See if they change from the arm of Cheyenne Plenert, who's had all the action today. Or rather, just a visit to calm her down a little bit. Coming into this ball game, Plenert had thrown 118 innings on the season, really all but an out or two for this Trojan team. So I don't know that they have another arm that they're comfortable going with, as it doesn't look like a pitching change will be made, more just a conversation being had. Coach Croker heads back to the dugout. No change made, so still 0 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Greenbacks with runners on first and second, and due up will be Hope Hughes. After Copas drew the walk, it moved Teasley down to second base. And Hughes with a great opportunity here. Turns on the opening pitch, sends it foul.
Yeah, Hughes flew out in the first, grounded into a fielder's choice in the third. Now would be a really good time for her to have her first hit of the game.
Teasley down at second base, pitch in there for a called second strike. Now Hughes will have to protect a little bit, being down 0-2 in the count. The 0-2 pitch on the way, fights that off low, back into the net. Stays alive, good job of defensive batting by Hope Hughes.
Seems like it was a good pitcher's visit to the circle here with Plenert and an 0-2 count.
0-2 off-speed pitch, and Hughes sits back on it, but still turns a bit too early, sends it foul down the third base line. That's a tough one to wait on. Expecting fastball, and you see the off-speed pitch. Hughes with a good job just to get contact on that. The 0-2 pitch, and catches Hughes in the hip, and that's a pitch that Plenert would like to have back after being ahead 0-2 in the count. Comes back and then puts Hughes down to first base on her second hit batter of the ball game.
Yeah, like you said, that's kind of a heartbreaker for Plenert out there in the circle. You have a pitcher's visit, you work an 0-2 count early, and then let her on with a hit by pitch.
So coming to the plate now, Maddie Boland. Runners on all 3 bases. Teasley down at third base. Copas at second, Hughes at first. Still no outs in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch misses high for ball 2. Excuse me, 1-1 the count. First pitch in there for a called first strike, so evens it up at 1-1. 1-1 pitch, turned on a hard hit ball. It's going to get through the infield, rolls all the way out to left field. 2 runs will come home to score, and Hughes slides into third base, just gets under the tag safely. A 2 RBI double by Bolin makes it an 11-0 ball game.
Yeah, really good hit there by Bolin. Had 2 doubles in game 1, another one right here. This time gets 2 runners in. And again, Pratt just keeps the line moving.
Still runners at second and third base as Ham comes to the plate. Greenbacks still have yet to record their first out. You're right, no 2-out rally this inning for this Greenback team. First pitch for a strike, second pitch off speed, and Bernhardt, a good job to go up and get that, keep it from getting by her. Count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, I've said it a couple times. I really like the effort of Bernhardt back there behind the plate.
1-1 pitch on the way. Inside misses for ball 2.
Again, you feel like you say it every time Pratt has runners on, but really good speed out there on the base pass. Any good hit here could get them both in.
Outside pitch swung on, and that will go out of play. Ham fights it off. Count evens up at 2-2.
Got to protect here if you're Renee.
2-2 count. Pitch on the way. Off speed. Ham turns on it. Sends it to Thiessen at third. Has to take the out at first. Hughes will come home. Had a good jump on it after seeing the throw, and will score one more for the Greenbacks. They're going to say Ham was safe at first base. Saying Voren came off the bag, that the throw took her off. So no damage done to the Greenbacks. Still no outs after Ham reaches first base safely. Hughes comes home to score, and Bolin moves over to third. And just like that, Credit back up at the plate. This time runners on the corners.
And that is just really unfortunate for Hillsborough. You've been struggling to get that first out. You thought you had it. That one will just sting a little bit.
And Credit, a dangerous batter in this Greenback lineup, sends one out to right center field. Will it get down? It does. Funk makes a dive for it, but misses, so it'll roll to the fence. 1 run comes home to score. 2 come home to score, and an RBI triple for Credit at third. 14-0 your score, and just like that, Credit now becomes the winning run down at third base with no outs in this ball game here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, and usually Credit gets on base with a single or a walk, and you see her speed out there on the base pass in short bursts. Really nice to see her put one out there deep into the outfield, and just seeing her run, you really get to see the speed she has.
So no outs. Greenbacks at the top half of their lineup. And a substitution at the plate for the Greenbacks as Sarah Lamache will come in to bat for what would be Dally Winklepleck. Credit the winning run at third base. Ball in the turf. This is where Bernhardt has to be careful behind the plate. Credit has the speed that if she sees something that she can get a good jump on, she's likely to come home and win this ball game on a walk-off passed ball. Swung on for a called strike. That's how we saw the last broadcast we did over on the baseball diamond. The Greenbacks, a big win over Heston in extra innings, and it was a walk-off from Kyler Kraft at home plate from scoring from second. 2-1 the count on Lamache. Credit remains down at third base. 2-1 pitch in the turf. Once again, Bernhardt, a good job to keep it in front of her and keep Credit down at third base. And Lamache with a favorable count, 3-1. See if she gets a pitch to hit. 3-1 pitch, outside, swung on for strike 2.
I'm interested to see if there is a pass ball here, how aggressive Coach Forshee is down there over at third to send her. Good speed, like you said.
3-2 pitch, pop fly to the right side. Voren coming under it from second and makes the first out of the inning. Credit will stay put down at third. Won't go anywhere. Ball too shallow for her to advance. The Greenbacks have batted around now as Addison Sowers will come to the plate. She'll have a chance to win this ball game. Still only one out, winning run down at third base. Sowers takes the off-speed pitch for ball one.
Said it earlier in the broadcast, Sowers is the type of hitter you want up with runners on, already 3 RBIs in the game.
A chance for a big one here. The 1-0 pitch. Again, off speed. This time tries the outside corner and misses again. 2-0 count. Got her swinging that time for the first strike of the at-bat. Again, staying on that outside half of the plate. Sowers chasing it. Count goes to 2-1. And Sowers steps out. Time is granted, so no pitch.
Yeah, Plenard's been really quick on some of these pitches. That time, Sowers sneaking into time before she could get it off.
Steps back in there. 2-1 pitch on the way from Plenard. Inside, just misses for ball 3. That's always something you got to be careful of as the batter. Just because you ask for time doesn't mean it will be granted. So you've got to make sure that you get it granted before you step out and assume that time has been granted. The 3-1 pitch turned on by Sowers deep into left field. One hops to the fence for a game winner as Taylor Creddick will come home to score. Addison Sowers with the walk-off RBI double to win this ball game in the bottom of the 4th for the Greenbacks. What a shot from Sowers. And the Greenbacks come away with 2 wins today. Pick up the sweep here at home. 2 big wins and improve on the season after the 2 wins today to 14-8. Hillsboro will fall to 8-16 on the season. Greenbacks pick up a big couple of wins and improve to 10 wins over their last 11 ball games. Stick around for the post-game show when we come back here on Thunder Country.
At Schooler, they place a priority in making sure in ensuring an efficient harvest for their customers. They understand the importance of getting your product delivered on time so you can get back into the fields. With their Field Direct program, they will come to your field, pick up your grain, and deliver it safely to their facility. They handle the truck maintenance, the scheduling, the weather issues, and the availability. Go visit them online at schoolerkansas.com/Pratt or call them at 620-933-2440. Count on Schooler people.
Uh-oh, that's a sound no one wants to hear. Pratt Glass has been helping homes and business owners with everything glass for over 80 years. Whether your business suffered a break-in over the weekend or you're needing to replace old leaky windows, and they also offer automotive glass repairs, automotive details, screens, dragging door adjustments, residential window replacement, storefronts, and 24-hour commercial residency service. Pratt Glass, 210 South Jackson in Pratt, 620-672-6463, or see prattglass.com.
Welcome back to the post-game show here on Thunder Country. If you've been tuning in for today's broadcast, we appreciate it. Once again, I'm Cody Eastis alongside Tyler Dorman, bringing you some Greenbacks softball for today. And what a day for the Lady Greenbacks. Come away with 2 wins over Hillsboro, pick up a 15-0 run rule in the 4th inning here in Game 2, and didn't waste any time in this second game. They came out firing out of the gate, and that seemed to be the message from Coach Forsey between games, if I had to guess, was, hey, we slow start a little bit in Game 1, eventually came away with the win, but it took all 7 innings. Game 2, they came out much more aggressive, and the offense really came out on fire from the opening pitch until that last shot we saw by Sowers to end the game in the 4th inning. And every inning along the way, multiple runs scored. We mentioned it, 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and then 8 in that 4th to cap it off, all along the way, holding the Trojans scoreless throughout that game. Greenbacks up and down the box score here. Another game with multi-hit players. Creddick with 3 hits on 4 at-bats. Sowers with 3 hits. Stapleton with 2. Teasley with 2. And Stapleton with that big home run. Ham also a multi-hit day, had 2 hits, so 15 hits for 15 runs. 15 RBIs for this Greenback team, and Winklepleck picks up the win in Game 2. Really good for her, too, because in Game 1, came in And by about the third inning, she just didn't have her stuff. And sometimes you wonder, is that going to last all day or is it just going to last that game? Coach Forsey making a pitching change in game one, went to Kopus in the mid of the third inning, and she came in and really settled things down, got the Greenbacks out of that jam where they'd go on to win it. But Winkelpleck then coming back, getting the start for game two, and she looked like a completely different pitcher than she did in game one.
Yeah, and I mentioned it in game one. I thought it was a really good move by Coach Forsey to get Winkelpleck out when she did allow 2 runs. Again, Kopus in game one doing a really good job coming in, getting out of the jam that she was in. But you really saw that come into game two. Winkelpleck had a chance to reset. Again, she was having a really good day at the plate, and she did in both games. But step back into the circle for game two, kind of recuperate, get herself back together, and came out and threw 4 scoreless innings. On a note that you said, too, I thought one of the things that I've seen today that I haven't seen over the season so far was Pratt's ability to put up runs in every single inning. Often Pratt does one of 2 things. They either score a lot early and kind of coast the rest of the game, or they kind of come out to a slow start, kind of like we saw in game one, and then pour it on late. It was really nice to see Pratt show that they can consistently put up runs in every inning.
Yeah, they did a great job today from start to finish, and what a way to cap off a great Friday here at the beautiful Green Sports Complex. No update on the baseball side for game 2 yet, so don't have one to give you there, but they were able to come away with a run rule in game 1. If we get one here before we sign off in game 2, we'll give it to you, but not much left to do here in the post-game show for Greenback softball as the Greenbacks come away with 2 big wins, pick up the sweep here at home to close out the week and move to 14-8, and will play big in the 4A West standings. The Greenbacks came into this ball game sitting number 7 in the 4A West as far as it's getting to that point in the season where you start looking at where you're sitting in your region. If you can get to that top 4 and host a sub-state, if not, then you're going to be a 2 seed probably going to play on the road somewhere. So these ball games, as the season starts to close out, big implications on how the postseason will shake out for this Greenback team and Coach Forsey. But overall, a great day for the Greenbacks, and we appreciate you tuning in to the broadcast however you chose to do it. Had it going in a couple different places today, whether you listened on the radio the traditional way or the Eastus Media live stream or the YouTube Eastus Media live stream. We appreciate you tuning in and watching for the duration of these ball games. As always, it's been a lot of fun. I'm Cody Eastus alongside Tyler Dorman, who's been doing great, by the way. If you see Tyler out and about, you got to remember, Tyler Dorman here has done a couple softball games with me. Just a senior at Pratt High. Decided to hop in here, wants to do this in the future, and I said, why not hop in, do some games with me? And you've done great. The feedback that I've heard from people that tune into these ball games tell me what a great job you do. So, Tyler, just wanted to say you're doing great. I appreciate you alongside me for these games, and I look forward to see what you do in the future.
Yes, sir. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Again, you make it about as easy as it can be for someone to start off in this profession. You help me out when I struggle, but you make things very easy for me to get experience and practice, so I appreciate it.
All right, well, once again, appreciate you tuning in to the broadcast, and until next time, once a Greenback, always a Greenback.
At Schooler, they place a priority in making sure in ensuring an efficient harvest for their customers. They understand the importance of getting your product delivered on time